maybe.
There we go. Okay.
If you ask me now.
Okay.
Speed dinner first.
Yeah.
Let's go over last time first.
Yes.
Last time, long story short, we had a huge load dump.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch the video.
Yes.
Actually, the video's not up. I'm like 2 months behind YouTube videos.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oops.
So each video's only got like 10 views, so I'm just like,
That's alright.
I've got 10 random people watching.
But are you referring them back to the stream?
No.
You should do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if 1 out of those 10 people per time comes in and listens and enjoys, they might refer it networking.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I should do that.
Boom.
Yeah.
Found our PR.
Let's put it in the description.
I know.
There's our
Someone
PR.
edited it for me. Here, Beth.
Okay.
No, I don't trust you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so load dump. Then Kira went for a meeting.
Yeah, she did.
And
Picked up a
then,
crazy chick.
well, there were a lot of crazy chicks.
Yeah.
The craziest chick.
Yeah.
Other than Kira. Did I actually get her name? Because I'm not sure.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Because I can't see the name on my notes.
Sorry?
Did I ask her for her name or did we find out her name?
Oh, the one with the eye patch.
No.
Amy.
Oh,
Or
okay.
they call her Amy.
As in,
No,
Not-
different
not
name.
our
Different
Amy,
name.
not
No,
different name.
Different name.
she didn't look like our Amy.
No.
No.
She's half elf.
Okay.
Okay.
And Amy Viola.
Is a high elf.
Higher.
Okay. So yeah. Viola then said after the meeting, she was like, "This is pointless. We may as well go back and discuss with the rest of the group what we should do." And yeah, you have Sophie and Amy following you around.
Yeah, and Ron's been left there for a bit.
Ron's been left with
The drag.
the dragon.
Oh yeah, that.
Catharsis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a dragon. Rah.
Yeah.
Rah, rah, rah.
So we'll just
Sorry
say, for the sake of
about
breviancy, we'll just go back to the embassy, and we'll all meet up like magically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose Viola will just explain the situation to the characters because you're not gonna do that.
I mean, if anyone asks me, yeah. But otherwise, I guess I'll introduce this Amy, I suppose. I'll introduce Amy to everyone.
Amy's been holding your hand the entire time. She's not letting go.
Okay, that's
Is that
fine.
beginning to hurt?
She's still dangling off the floor.
Oh yeah. Sophie is intentionally trying to make you swing.
Oh yeah. Still, for about a 20-minute walk back.
I'm assuming you eventually tell her to stop.
No.
You assumed incorrect.
Yeah, no, Kira wouldn't. No. Might be a bit dizzy. Hello. We have a new friend.
Oh god. Who is this?
Her name is Amy. Amy, say hello.
She mumbles to herself incoherently.
Yeah, she's a bit unwell, but I thought we
What's
could.
wrong with her?
I mean, out of character, this is really.
I mean, Viola say, oh no, can someone borrow a pencil? I can't do Viola without a pencil in my hand. Yay! I caught it. I'm not gay.
No, you are for saying
If
that.
you catch a pencil, it's cute.
Oh my god, we've just figured out something.
Fuck, we've
science
cured
cannot.
the world! America will be so proud! The Texas Belt will be so proud.
Now we just have to get rid of all the minorities.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's where we draw the line, Stuart.
Well, the meeting didn't go as I thought it would go.
Okay, how did you think it would go?
A bit more lucrative. It didn't really offer much in the ways of finance or reward.
We're trying to heal a god.
You're trying to what now?
Oh yeah, Theorus is
Well, this is about choosing the
not
main.
looking so good. And apparently Amy's meant to be really important for it, and maybe
Which Amy?
This one.
Right,
This
not
new one,
Viola
new
from
one.
now on.
Sure. I mean, I was Viola anyway.
Shut up, you've always been Amy to me. You introduce yourself as Amy, you are Amy. But not anymore,
This
shut
could
up.
be Amy too.
No, that's Amy, that's Viola.
Right, so anyway, long story short,
She turns Welsh.
we've got... I'm sick, alright?
We know.
We've got to heal... So we've got to heal Aetherius. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
You've taken the happy juice. It's fun.
So... Oh, I need to... So we have to heal Aetherius.
Wait, Aetherius is here.
Yes, we already knew that.
Yes, we
Did you
did.
ever pay attention?
And that's one of the main tasks we've been given to us. The other task is to figure out what's going on with the elves.
How do you mean by figure out what's going on with the elves?
They're bickering a lot.
They're pretentious. That's what pretentious
Yeah.
people do.
And I think they're mean to this Amy.
Oh, but she seems so nice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
barely met the girl.
And she makes more sense than most of you.
Well, considering she hasn't even said anything to anyone, that speaks volumes.
Oh, and also there was another thing as well. Oh yeah, heal that one, but that's not really a priority in my eyes.
Heal who, sorry?
Well, if
Amy.
Amy's linked to Aetherius, then it is important.
She's just shy. Right?
I mean, are you shy, Amy?
She mumbles coherently.
Maybe. I don't know.
Do I speak mumble?
Does it sound like she's speaking a language? Or
Were
is it
you a
just,
teenager
just
once?
mumbles?
You speak mumble.
Hello. Roll perception to see if you speak mumble.
I think of what like language was.
That's a nat 20.
That's a 50.
speak mumble.
19.
Plus 6, so 26.
I got 19.
So she's mumbling, obviously, but the way that she mumbles seems to be. It's like she's breaking up the words that she's saying and switching them around.
Like a
Interesting.
dyslexic sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's fun. Show us how it does it.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I wanted to ask, but
No.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to give me about 10 minutes and see if I can work this out?
Would comprehend languages help?
No.
Okay.
Because technically it's not a language you're figuring out. It's
If it's sort of like a code thing though, would it sort of...
It's more like you're trying to figure out thieves' cant essentially without knowing
and you
thieves' cant.
Yeah.
That's essentially what you're trying to ask. I mean, in this situation, it may be possible, but you'd have to have a psychology degree or something. I don't think your character has one of them.
No.
My character just got psychology.
I'll
keep that in.
The backstory.
Me, that's true. All 20 pages.
Oh, fuck that shit.
No, as a note, if you've got 20 pages of backstory, you need to stop.
yeah.
Take it away.
Yeah. The most I'll have is like 2 or 3 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so what do you guys recommend that we do?
Well, you tell us. How did they say we're going to heal her?
I'm probably going to... This probably isn't going to go very well and I'm probably going to be looked down upon. I go up to Amy, slap her across the face.
Oh!
So she snaps out of it.
I was going to have a little check-in with Halal, see if this has anything to do with her, but yeah, you
Why
go ahead
did
and
you do
so.
that?
I mean,
just show up
How old is
anyway.
she?
Yeah, what does this Amy look like other than
Yeah.
eye patch?
So I did. I did describe her before.
Yes,
so
but I wasn't paying attention because it wasn't relevant to me because I wasn't there.
So
She has green patches on her skin, apparently.
yeah. So she's got middling blonde hair, so it's about to here.
Yeah.
Part of it is scraggly because you notice that she pulls on some of it.
Eye patch Amy.
She does have an eye patch, which looks like it's made out of druid craft. So it's just like one big flower, and then like there's like
How long
green
hair?
middling. There's no way I could describe it. It's like in between.
I was able to tell that she had some fey blood in her.
Yeah. Green patches on different parts of skin.
What do you mean by patches? Do you mean like
Um,
rashy or
Like
blotchy
psoriasis
or
they're
sort
like
of
marky?
blotchy.
Like a
raised on the
dragon's
skin or
skin
just?
coming through sort of thing.
Yes, but it's
Oh.
green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it look scaly?
Roll nature.
Hmm. Can I give assist?
Yeah, sure.
I got +5 on it already. Nice.
Nice.
That's advantage, right?
She's assisting you.
Yep.
Yes.
Sweet. I'll take the natural 20
Okay.
or a 10.
Have you've come across one of these before?
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, fun.
It looks like green hag skin.
Bugger.
That makes sense.
Where did I last see Green?
You stole the blood ritual bull from them.
Yeah.
Oh, I stepped on one.
Yeah, no, you curb stomped a hag baby. Yes.
Yeah, it stepped on one.
Yeah.
really, really hard.
That's really worrying.
What, the curb stomping baby
the
bit
hag
or the hag
connection.
bit? Right, yeah.
Oh, what about? Oh, I don't know. I don't even want to know.
About the slap though, does anybody
Stop.
does somebody want to stop it?
I
I'll
think
start with like a shoulder shake.
No, but you've
no.
you've dedicated yourself to it now. But I'm just saying, does any character?
I'll be trying to hold on to Amy and like hug her and wrap her around me.
So you're
How tall is she?
um
She's half elf, so
she's like
Told a lot
six
more
I
than you.
6.5.
I don't have Ron to help me guard her. I'll just I don't know. I guess I'll hug her legs. I can't
So
stop
yeah, you
anything
can't
up
you
the-
can't prevent a slap.
I don't know.
No. I mean, you could if roll perception to see if you actually see him slap her. Or
Well, I
see
would
the
imagine I would.
intention. Or see the intention.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Hear it at the very least.
That's about 20 plus.
That's like the second one already.
27.
So let's just say there's a
The
couple of seconds
There
while
you
he's
go.
winding up to slap.
No! As a panic, I'll just use my cantrip for gust and
Yeah, nah.
blow you back a bit.
Make a strength check.
Sure, if you want to.
Or -1.
I think gust actually does cause a bit of a move back as well.
10.
Your slap becomes more of a, I don't want to say a wet slap, but it's more like you know, it's a flamboyant slap.
Gay! Gay! Yeah, nah.
Sophie came back with me as well.
Yeah, she's on your other arm.
What's she doing right now with all this?
She's just watching. She looks really amused by everything.
Oh wow.
Right, so what's wrong with Aetherius? Like,
they said that oh for fuck's sake, I can't even do the voice of the pencil anymore.
Oh.
try a different pencil.
I don't think it helps.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
see, I didn't bring the
You
code.
caught it again.
There you go.
There we are, I'm gay again.
Good, that's good. I've got that again.
So,
Writing that down as canon. Sorry, go on.
dwarves are Asian. So,
They are. They fucking are.
so long story short, I have some fucking weird Russian woman now. Maybe different pencils do.
Different things.
Where's your normal pencil? Don't you use one of these usually?
Yeah.
Try that. It might help.
And you've stolen like 3 of them already.
I've got one of yours. Oh shit.
Cool.
That's one of yours. I wondered whose it was because I keep gaining
Okay.
things. Sorry.
Long story short. Oh, that's a little bit better.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is stupid.
Today is wild.
Oh, God.
Let me just do a couple of darlings. Darling. So long story short, they did ask us to heal Aetherius. What it came down to really was they likened it to something like a parasite. It's eating her on the inside out.
And her brother.
Yeah, it's a knock-on effect. And I wouldn't say yeah.
Hang on, her brother as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's her brother's name?
Let me get
Landuin, I believe.
Yeah, that's it.
He's not in the book.
It's going in the book. It's going on here. It's going in the book. Aetherius had a twin bro.
Landuin.
Lan.
Yeah. There's land, in.
Duin.
And they're twins.
Yes.
Had twin bro. Land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haven't got that bit writing down here yet.
So, I think our only solution is to... I'm at a loss, really.
Does it feel like they're being targeted?
What is it doing to them?
It's eating her magic from the
So
inside
it's
out.
eating the magic essence?
Yeah, the divine essence.
Divine essence.
So, long story short, she can't recover because her supply is gone.
To your knowledge, what could cause a divine essence to be attacked? There must be something of equal or stronger power.
I've never heard of anything steal divine essence.
You can all actually see me looking.
Or
at
sap
it
it,
as well.
you know, like sap it, damage it.
I mean, we do know of Derek who has been cut off,
Is that
but that's
sort of
a
thing
different thing.
It is a different thing.
Yes.
You sure?
Well, he's his own container now, isn't he?
Yeah, sure.
Just
So Derek chimes in and goes, "Yeah." Oh, I can do his voice. Great.
Would Dragel have something to do with it? Well, he's an easy voice.
Yeah.
Would Dragel have something to do with it being, well, the complete fucking opposite of Aetherius?
I thought Dragel can't really affect the world too much. They're
Yeah, but
trapped
that's
away.
a god. And Dragel's not trapped. He's just not doing
Yeah. No, he is trapped.
He is trapped.
The only two that aren't trapped are Aetherius and Halal.
Would I be able to kind of think back about the elves which I met and feel as if any of them had some sort of, if any of them just seemed shady? Not like proper 20 point, because Kira's not used to shady people, but if any
Roll
of them
perception.
because if any of
and Halal.
because I could
Aetherius
tell
and
that they
Halal
seemed
are
a
two
bit.
gods which are free technically.
Just wondering if
That's
you know
about 20
something.
again plus 7, so 27.
That's the fucking fourth one.
Yeah, it's going good today. We'll get on that
I
one at
don't
some point,
think-
so let's be careful.
I don't think Jugal would have had anything to do with it because he has helped us through Diana in the recent past.
I mean, yeah, but that was to his, like...
It
that
saved him a
suited
lot
him.
of work. Yeah,
That suited
there
him.
was a lot of souls he would have had to usher through. But
Trish, Frederick, any thoughts on Crazy Amy and the god getting eaten inside out?
Who's Trish?
Talk to
You
a sword,
made
I
these
think.
two names.
Talking to a sword, I think.
Harold is here, but Trish isn't.
Trish is the one in the top,
Trish
isn't
and Frederick,
I mean, the sword.
the
Oh.
sword and crossbow.
I've got Trish is also the person that
The
works
person
in
at
it.
the shop,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Oh god, I'm using the name.
Well, I shortened it
What?
from Trisha.
All right, okay.
And she Tish.
I said Trish.
No, yeah, I'm saying the person that shot.
You
Tish.
get your classic. I want to say classic comedy act.
Yeah.
Frederick is always going 1, 2,
Yep,
gun
yep.
ho. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And Trish is the sort of like
brains.
woman in her 40s, 50s that sits in a lounge chair with a cup of tea,
Yeah.
judging everyone.
That's
Yeah, that's why I
Sounds
thought
like a good
they
life.
might have an opinion here.
What could I send to a 27 to think about?
Oh yeah, okay. So let's just say for the first time ever, you have a keen intellect. Let's just say this. Let's just
Wow, that's harsh.
no.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Let me word this correctly. Because
Be careful now.
you've been on your own for the longest of times, so you're not used to social norms. But let's just say your surroundings, you feel a little bit at home because it's forest. There's
Yeah.
forest everywhere.
Yeah.
So let's just say, thanks to that, because you're a lot calmer than you were in Finrazda.
Can't show that.
It gives you a heightened awareness of what's going around
I was
you.
just reading
Okay.
something, and I was just like,
So we'll just go with that. So for the first time ever, you've noticed all the elves that look a little bit different.
Today is PC, guys.
So yeah, you notice high elves, green elves, drow,
Blue elves, black elves.
yeah. But you do. No, I am going to say
Not nice normal grey elves like you're used to.
you do come across one or two shady looking.
Just gonna go to that part of the neighborhood.
You notice two high elves. Normally, when high elves walk together in pairs of two, you've noticed high elves walk in pairs of two because if there's more than three, they start screaming at each other together.
Yeah. Bless you.
But normally, you notice that they speak quite openly, and they're like, "Oh, how's your day?" And it's a very pretentious air about it.
Yeah.
But for the first time ever, you do notice two high elves, and as they're walking past you while you're going back to the embassy, they're speaking in whispers, which is unusual.
Would I have been able to catch anything of what they were?
On our perception, maybe. I will give you.
I know. I've. No, wait.
Thought we were.
Oh no, I remember this.
Can
off the
I
top of
even
my head.
speak Elven if they weren't speaking in common? Huh? I can't even speak Elven. So if they were speaking in Elven,
Even
that's
Elven.
doomed.
Maybe they were speaking in Elven. There is a natural habitat in there.
Why
Would I deny you? Would I deny you that?
Why wouldn't?
Roll perception regardless, and then see if it's in
Why?
Elven.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're talking Elvish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is noticeable.
Okay.
You get a frown, you don't speak English.
They're actually speaking in Abyssal, you just don't realise it. You think it's Elvish.
I can speak Abyssal. I think.
You're not there though.
Yeah.
Actually, out of all of you, oh yeah, you speak
No, I
Elvish.
can't do that. I think Infernal, not Abyssal, Infernal.
So yeah, Furious new tiny.
There's honestly nothing you can think of power-wise that would be being able to command enough power to hurt a god. As we are currently on the plane without any extra outside help.
Cancel looks like using again.
Beth.
There's word of a lesser demon roared about that I heard.
Well, like we mentioned, there are demon lords which would have similar or equivalent powers to a god, which may harm them.
We
We
don't know
saw one in the
anything about
poison. We
demons
saw
in
one
this world.
in the poison bridge, but how would he be able to affect someone from the poison bridge?
It may not be him. There are multiple demon
inhabitants.
lords.
We don't know anything of the demons or devils or
They keep to
anything of
themselves.
this world.
Sorry.
We don't know anything about them for this world.
No, my character
Does
has
anyone?
background knowledge of them just from stories from parents.
We'll have a chat at some point.
I've never
It's all
mentioned.
from my book.
I've never mentioned that about anything like that. So,
So,
I wouldn't say it in character.
Archbane may deter them.
Is that your next money making project?
No.
Also completed champion weapons may hurt gods.
To this plane or something.
Are we aware of how many champion weapons are currently on the plane? Are the ones that?
Exactly.
So we know Pandora has
people
one,
here?
and we know that you have one, and we know Diana has an incomplete one.
You mentioned that needs one champion weapon per god, right?
Yes, so there's around 6.
So Pandora's is she's Muradin's.
Yeah, she's still Morid.
So Halal, Dragel. We haven't got Troms. He's got a hero sword of Troms.
Yes, it's different
Different
category.
So there's still 4 potential ones if Zero even has one.
Well, 3.
We've got this mechanized sword.
Yeah, no.
Good for you.
So what do you guys want to do? I mean, I don't really want to get involved because there doesn't seem to be much of a profit.
I guess for now.
Why do you want to make a profit on this? It's helping a god.
Surely information from that god is profitable.
Yeah, what we'll get for healing is.
I think the only god that have information that I want is backup.
You'd be surprised at what information
Oh,
you can
really?
find.
So you've said that this this Feywild sprout out of nowhere, but it isn't.
Well-
it still isn't part of
Like Laura
the
did
actual Feywild plane as we know it. It's just sort of
It's fractured in places.
it's
When did-
spread into this world. So would we be able to somehow travel from here to the Feywild
Do I know that
and see if there's anything happening on the other side?
Oh yes, we'd be able to go to the Feywild and Shadowfell through the portal.
Just Sophie.
But
There might be something
But,
like sapping through the
told you
energy or
guys
trying
it's,
to do it
family
via a
heirloom
different
and that we should keep it.
That's a
Because,
possibility.
plane connected to
was
this plane.
my word.
I just don't think we have enough information.
I think for now we should focus on trying to get Amy to be healthy.
What did his slap do to her? Actually?
That was
Oh yeah, you know, it was more
sort
like
of, sort of went
Oh yeah, whack
Like
that.
that.
Okay.
wasn't mean. I'm too short.
she flinched slightly.
When did the gut start showing signs of illness?
Yeah.
250 years ago is when she
Oh,
started.
so after the like war thing that happened.
Apparently it happened during the war.
Oh, so she's been ill since the war.
Yes.
Ah.
Apparently she was the one that took significant damage and they need to retreat while the other 5 did.
So, well, sure, this isn't still fallen out from her wounds received.
How was the wounds inflicted?
That we don't know. Well, all we know is that it seems to be akin to a parasite. That's all
What do the
we know.
wounds look like? Has anyone
There was-
seen?
When we were there was no actual wounds on the body,
No,
were
she
there?
just sleeps a lot.
Yes.
Sounds about normal.
No, I mean like 250 years a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah, not as much as her brother, but yeah, it sounds pretty great.
Where is her brother?
Also
Oh.
there.
Also there.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Do they need each other to survive?
I don't think they. I think the brother needs her, but she doesn't need him.
Ouch.
Oh.
Well, she is the god, and he's her angel, essentially.
So he has no godly powers other than like.
Whatever she gives him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Ah,
Okay.
I guess I'm going to try and cast message into Amy's head.
Ooh, shiny.
Which Amy?
the
Oh, the
Amy
the new Amy.
Eye patch.
Do lally Amy
Yeah.
and
Eye
just
patch,
like
Amy.
make like
Uh-oh.
a knock knock sound. Say anyone in there.
Interesting.
No. Ah.
When did this Amy show up?
New Amy.
Mm-hmm.
When
Last session.
Laurel went.
Yeah, no. Show up here.
Oh.
She came with Kira.
Yeah, we just.
No.
the elf city.
To here, the elven area.
Oh,
In character, you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Sophie was about 50 years ago, which is odd because she doesn't look like she's aged and she's human.
Huh.
And
I was asking about Amy.
and Amy I think was about 10 years
10 years ago, she showed up in the state.
in the Elven capital.
No, as in
But-
like.
In this.
In
In
this
a
range.
plane, yes.
I wish
But
I was a hat.
How she is. was
Yes,
she
that's what
batshit
I'm saying.
fucking crazy.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Do I get any sort of response? Any sort of grumbling, mumblings, or like lash out, or
Yeah, that's-
angry breathing?
You don't roll intelligence.
That
10.
no confusions me. That's great.
You don't get anything spoken, but there's something you get vibes off of. Is it for the way you can describe her? You get one vibe which is what you'd expect from somebody that's mumbling. You just get a vibe of like complete and utter defeat, sadness, distraughtness. You know, just think all negative emotions. But then you do get another vibe which has a very, very strong malicious intent.
Oh. That's fun.
Huh, okay.
Do you say anything? Or?
I think she maybe deserved the slap.
Why?
She's very conflicted. There's a lot of confusion there and mumbling, but there's also I got a vibe of malicious intent.
Okay.
I know that elves were mean to her, to be honest. Maybe that's why.
Elves have been mean to me. I'm still in the right mind.
Are you
Elves have been mean to her.
I
She's still
know,
in the right
maybe
mind.
she needs
No,
help.
she's not.
Sort of.
No, she's not. And back to you.
Sorry, we'll get 'em.
So yeah, I think we just. So yeah, I think
That's the right pencil.
that was the right pencil. I give her.
Can I insight check her?
Just straight up inside check.
Try to insight check her.
Yeah, sure.
Does anyone want to help me insight check her? As
No,
I
because I
mentioned?
don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm just trying to work her out, you know.
Oh, okay, you do that.
Sure.
I'm busy toying in my head with how to I don't know.
What have the elves been doing to try and cure?
18 total.
Apparently the leader Raja has been doing many things over the last 250 years, and none of it seems to work. Raja is the most senior of the maidens and would have very potent healing abilities.
To be honest, it just seems like they bicker a lot.
Have they asked Aphelios?
Herself,
Mm-hmm.
they only get contact with the brother, I'm afraid. In fact, the first
How are
time
they healing Aphelios?
they just walk up to the body in the pool of water and just heal her, I suppose. We didn't really see the process. They're very hush-hush about it.
Then we need to see the process. Maybe that'll give us information on how to help her best.
Yeah, it was really overwhelming. It looks like, I don't know, I ain't seen anything ever like that before. Would I have seen anything like that before, actually?
No.
Yeah, I thought not. I really didn't.
My 18 insight, would I have been able to work out more those feelings I got from the message?
You just get, like you said, stated, she seems very conflicted.
I don't suppose any of you know how to tell if someone's good or bad.
I think she's
No.
good. Just,
Actually, I think the druid would be able to detect good and evil, right?
yeah, I can.
Yeah, we have to have it prepared.
And Kira's gonna think she's good. She will.
Yeah. So, yes, we just need to find more information, I suppose.
In a different life, maybe.
How well guarded is she?
Well, Aetherius.
Yes.
Well, you have all those tree ants that go around in a circle. You also have 3 maidens, which wouldn't be exactly a pushover.
Did the tree ants look affected in any way? I'm sure that they're connected to her because she's the one that created life.
No, they seemed fine.
I can take you guys there if you want.
Yes.
But will you be able to take us there and keep us there for a while to assess what people are trying to do?
We should be fine. I don't see why not. If they say there's a problem when
If it's a shady member, I'm not going to do it while everyone's watching, are they?
Yeah, get us an audience with.
That's what I thought as well. One of them must be.
yay, we can have a sleepover over there.
That was
It'll be lots of
my
fun.
original thought.
I was only asking.
That someone
because-
is sucking the life out.
That is either one of them is intentionally getting in the way of the healing process, or one of them is doing this parasite thing, or.
So the only person who knows anything about maybe the parasite or anything, as he's just said, is the most senior of the maidens, which is Raja. For the last 250 years, at least, she's been trying to help.
Yes.
Probably Raja.
Maybe Kira can turn into a bug and go inside Aetherius. And see if there's anything like inside her body.
No.
That sounds like a really bad idea.
I don't know.
Godly defense mechanisms.
Turn into like a ring
Like a
laser.
laser trap. I do have the ability to become unseen, but I don't know if those around will still ever see me.
Can you turn yourself into an antibiotic?
I knew you! Bamboozled.
Has anyone's strength grown within the maidens? Like exponentially?
What? No, not really. I suppose. Recently they've been weakened.
Sophie, you've been here for 50 years. What's odd now compared to when you were here originally?
Oh yeah. They don't like me, obviously.
Why?
Well, they were
She's
like,
not out.
She's
I'm not an elf.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, I was like, well, I can go if you like. And they were like, no, you're amazing now. And I was like, but what do I do? And they were like, you don't have to do anything. And I was
How
like,
did they
"Oh."
find out someone else made them?
Oh, Aetherius appointed me, apparently.
Okay, how do you get appointed as
If she's been asleep though, she had for like hundreds of years out.
Viola chimes in and says, I'll explain the process. So, every so often,
Oh shit,
when a maiden dies naturally, because elves do have a reincarnation cycle, they do know 2 or 3 years prior to their death when they're going to die. They pick out a maiden through a process which the maiden who's about to go goes around the city for the last 2 or 3 years and connects to another elf. It's said that it's like a second vision. So that process has nothing to do with Aetherius.
Okay.
It's more an inherent ability the type of maiden gives you. If a maiden dies unnaturally, however, instead they have like a voting system within 72 hours between the 50 noble families.
So when was the last time a maiden got like picked? When was the last time this happened?
10 years ago with Amy, apparently.
Okay, but how did they get picked then? Because they don't know, so they would have been here.
It's like I said, it's a highly unusual thing because normally, like I said, they either do the sight thing and the feel thing, or they do the voting and keep it within the 50
So how
families.
did this
So
happen?
was it voted?
Aetherius apparently told someone that Sophie was the new maiden, and they just had to kick an old maiden out. It was
Who got kicked out?
I wouldn't know that information.
Sophie, who got kicked out?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Who
just
was?
Roger, I suppose. I suppose any elves. I suppose any of the elves.
Okay, so we need to find that out.
And the same thing happened with Amy, I suppose. So Sophie goes, yeah, they kicked out the 2 youngest maidens for these 2 because some likely thing or something.
We gotta go back.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really weird, like because I didn't see it when it happened to me, but when it happened with Amy, like this like
Who got kicked out for Amy?
what?
Who got kicked out for Amy?
Oh, it was some woman called Geraldine or something like that. Geraldine? Geraldine. Geraldine.
Cool, okay, thank you.
Like Geraldine, but with D.
Yeah, Geraldine. Yeah.
Where are they now? Where did they go on?
They just went back to the 50 noble families, isn't it?
Any chance you can get us a meeting with this Geraldine?
Sophie goes, nah, no.
Why?
The noble families kind of keep to themselves, and they've got like
Oh,
this.
bullshit that they're keeping to themselves. We're here for the God's sake, not hers.
Oh, and then Viola goes, oh yeah, they've given us access.
There you go, so we can go and see it.
Well, yeah, I could have said that.
You didn't, you just fat assed around getting stuff.
Has the same sort of effort towards Aetherius been put to Amy to try and restore her senses? Or that
Apparently,
they've been left alone?
Raj did a couple of things because it was explicitly said by Aetherius' brother that Sophie was more of an accident, but Amy had some sort of purpose involved.
So Sophie's here by chance,
Yes,
but Amy has.
a purpose.
Yeah, so Amy's there for a reason. Huh. Okay.
What if Amy's the problem, but it's not her fault that she's the problem?
Just kill her now then.
Maybe
She's some sort of beacon or something.
Maybe I should learn detect good and evil.
Or maybe she is the parasite.
Can't you take like 2 minutes to swap it out and do that thing?
Yeah, it's a long rest.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, some druids can, some druids can't then, is it?
I don't really play Druid until now.
I mean, we could scapegoat it and Viola could cast it.
Could, but I'm not going to ask her.
Okay.
I could try and banish her for a minute, and then she'll just reappear after a minute and see if she comes back differently or
I can.
something. something
That doesn't
changes.
seem like a very good idea.
No,
No.
please don't.
No.
No.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I have to swap out.
Oh, right, okay.
Thought you would, yeah. So we do need a.
It's fine, we can wait to do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
So, yes, so what are we doing?
Going to go and see this Geraldine.
So we're going to the 50 families.
Yeah, and we're also going to see Raja.
Again, right? Not looking forward to that.
What's going on amongst the elves, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do that bit on my own.
Again, just to reiterate, while I'm in the city,
Viola says, I'm going to the treasure trove.
Oh, the inn.
Yes.
The pissers.
It's not really a pissers.
No,
It's more of a pretentious wine bar. But then there may be some information there. General information.
And wine.
Yes, good wine. It's Irish wine.
No, I'm going to go see them too.
Okay.
just to reiterate again, I'm using, while I'm in the city, I'm using all my spell slots for disguise self and swapping them out. Just
Okay.
to say it's my human self.
Wow.
Okay.
They're innately magic. They probably know that. Doing it, right?
They would know that, but they wouldn't question it. They would just be like, "Oh, he's casting a spell." They wouldn't know the spell.
Why is he casting a spell all the time?
That's
So
how
I've
it.
been noticed.
So what would you guys?
Sometimes.
Viola's gonna go off on her own. I'm
No,
assuming
where's your
to the
knife? He has
tavern.
gone. Ah, yeah, fuck.
What
knife
do
is.
you want to do?
What knife?
Trying
is?
regular
trying
Shut
to
up.
find out with her what some elves are saying, but I don't know Elven, which is why we went to the elf.
Me in the cheek.
So what are you doing?
Listening at, trying to find some elves who are whispering off together.
We'll be looking for skulkers.
Oh, okay. So you two are off on your own.
I'm off on my own.
Yeah, you're doing Geraldine and
And Raja,
Raja.
if I find them both.
Kira.
I think I'll join you on that, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm my own anymore.
Kylan.
I'll probably.
Which means I've got Sophie and Amy as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, God.
Who's Derek going with?
Oh, yeah, what's Derek done?
Derek's just like, yeah, I'm gonna stay at embassy.
Yeah, but what did he do while I was with him and in the meeting and stuff?
I've been told not to do anything anymore
Good. Bye.
by you.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. Oops.
Oh.
I guess I'm shady, so I'll go with them. This, like,
So we're doing two groups essentially. That's fine. Oh, except for Viola, but she can catch up
Yeah,
with you later.
she just
I'm
does
gonna
her
check.
thing. That's
Does anyone know off
it.
the top of their head how long comprehend languages last?
No, yeah, no.
I think
So what's that?
Comprehend language.
How long comprehend languages last? 'Cause I may just
I
cast
wouldn't
it
know.
like
I
before,
wouldn't know.
before I go out.
I was just looking at it. No, I
Yeah,
literally
great.
was to find out if it was a cleric spell, but it's not.
Languages. Lasts an hour.
so maybe it's worth me ritual
Casting
casting
that before we go walking out.
It might be if you want to take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm not in your group, so I don't care.
And we've all got the native speaker.
Yeah, but I can understand all
But
languages.
neither of us speak Elvish, and we're about to go out too. So.
I can understand all languages.
I have the pendant still that lets me comprehend languages.
Oh, you do?
Besides, it's a good
Hey,
idea
wait.
that I'm taking the two people who are hate elves to
Hey,
go
wait,
and
wait.
stalk
I
elves.
forgot that I have the pendant thing, so when I did go past Whispering Elves, I would have been able to pick it up because I have the thing.
Yes. Oh,
But
Huh.
in which case you would have heard the term Autumn's Return.
Autumn's Return. Okay, I would have said that. I would have said that to people while mentioning
What did those hags say?
I don't know.
Was it you with the hags? No, it wasn't. That was
You heard
yeah,
it was her with the
the
hags.
hags. On the way
They,
that we saw in the
they
other
said
way.
Raja. They mentioned Amy as well, and they also mentioned good hags.
no such thing.
Yeah, they did mention that. Oh.
Now we've got some names.
This is some weird, interesting.
I think we're looking for hags.
Hmm.
And something to do with autumn. But first of all, let's follow up on this autumn clue.
So who wants to go?
Okay.
We'll do the three first then. So where do you want to head off first?
Where would Air's the ground, where would be the best place for me to
Ty
get
would know the
information?
city. Would you know the city?
Yes, and Ty
Anything
knows
else?
this place.
So, for you, the person that you only trust with information is Mamanaga. For information finding, you often find just walking around the guild area would turn up some random information. It might not have been completely useful, but every once in a while you would find that bit of information for your delinquent needs.
Bribery. What?
Yeah.
Old habits die hard.
Like Viola said, you know the treasure trove may be good for information, but the information that she's looking for sounds like it's different from what you're looking for. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. We'll go and hang out by the guild area.
Okay.
Skulk.
So 3 perception then.
Wow! That's my second one today.
Another one.
Yeah.
5.
16.
Shit. Well,
So 26 again.
16, 26.
that's 5 today.
19.
And that's my second one in a row.
So on a 16, we'll do what you hear first. There is talk about a rebel group within the elves that is mostly comprised of non-high elves, and they're just called the rebel group. Essentially, what they want to do is reform how elves interact with the rest of the world, and they want to be involved more with the politics of the humans and the dwarves.
Right, okay.
But because the high elves, the 50 noble families and the maidens are mostly high elves, they control all of the political
So
power.
that's like a Brexit party.
Yes,
Oh,
essentially.
they play this.
No. It's a British join party because they want to join the other nations.
Yeah.
Technically.
It's the
And obviously,
monster raving sensible part.
But they're
this,
just-
this would be like a pillar system where if I hear it, they'll hear it.
But they're just called the rebel group. And because of the rebel group, you do notice that there's it's called political unrest, because the rebels have come about in the last couple of years. More and more people are coming to the embassy from the other two nations because they want to be more involved with the elves, the dwarves and humans.
Do they
Technically, the
mention
halflings
any-
don't have a nation.
Mention any big brass, like concerning with the rebel group, like a name that was like some sort of wrong leader.
There's no direct name on the 16.
Okay.
But on your guys, apparently at one point or another, Raja did try to deal with the rebels directly. She tried to have a number of them captured, but it failed. You also hear about a group called Autumn's Turn. Did I say that?
Autumn's Return.
Autumn's Return. It's run by a couple of drow apparently, who wish the elf capital to be closer to what they want, so more matriarchal, slave-like. You also know that they have some connections with the Shadowfell.
Standard.
Did we get any idea about who's in charge of these groups?
For the Autumn's Return, you would have a name. Let me get that for you. If I can find it on my sheets. Like I've just got random bits of paper. Oh my god. You don't know how he's involved, but the name Larwin Taker is said several times.
Larwin Taker.
Yeah.
Take it away.
We were all. I just went there. I'm the worst. I'm so sorry. Nope, kill Tetris character because he's a bellend.
Okay.
I know somebody we could go and ask questions to fairly safely.
Sounds good.
Let's go see Mama Naga.
Mama who?
Mama Naga.
Okay.
Right, so you take about 20 minutes, half an hour to get to Mama Naga. Meanwhile, you two,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to see Raja first, or do you want to see...
Who would be where? Would they both be in?
No, Raja would probably be where Theris is, so you'd
Yeah.
have to go through the tree ants.
Right.
I forgot her name now.
Geraldine.
Geraldine. For some reason I thought Darrell.
It'll make more sense to do Geraldine first, considering I just came back from the theatres. Give it a bit more waiting time.
Both? Yeah.
So you'll go see Geraldine
Geraldine
first.
first.
Roll perceptions in the noble family area.
17.
Okay.
15.
Right, okay. Based off that, you do notice there's a lot of guards around the area, and at first they do stop you, but then they notice Kira, and then they stand aside and they let you through.
Yeah.
What was the dice rolls again?
17.
15.
Okay. So you learn similar information to the other guys. You learn about a rebel group. They seem to be causing issues. There's more of a... In the guild area, there was more of like political unrest. How do we deal with this sort of situation? Here, you're on the opposite faction side of things. So they're more like, they don't want to change. Like, they like it the way it is.
Okay, so left.
Yeah. There's no left or right wing, I suppose. It's just...
Yet.
Uh.
Vive la revolution!
They just high elves hate change. Absolutely hate change.
Yeah, I
So,
get that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Learn about a rebel group
yeah.
who want to be more communicative, who want to communicate more with the outside.
Yeah. And these guys just don't want that to happen. On those lower rolls, I can't give you anything higher than that. Right, okay. Do you want to do anything while you're looking directly for Geraldine?
Yes.
I would say after about 5-10 minutes, you do eventually seek out their general location, and you do find them.
Okay.
She looks like a fairly young, high elf brunette, very pale skin, like the glass-like blue eyes. Somewhat porcelain doll in nature.
Yeah, what high colour then, sorry?
Brunette.
Cool, yeah.
Where have we found her?
She seems to just be walking around talking to someone.
Okay, and we brought Amy and Sophie as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they point her going around.
Well, Sophie
yeah.
would. Amy
does
yeah.
Okay. She's going to explore.
Yeah. Do you want to approach her or?
Yeah, I'll tug at her dress or something. Hello!
Oh, hello, small person.
Hello, small person.
Well, yes.
Why do you let them talk to you like that?
I don't know.
Is it
Very big.
It's a term of endearment, is it not?
No.
Well,
You'll get kneecapped quicker than you say.
I heard you're not a maiden now. What's up with that?
Sorry?
Headshot! Boom! Headshot! Just keep
Boom! Headshot! 2 moments.
I heard you're not a maiden now.
Oh, that's right.
Shit.
So,
What happened? Why? Oh shit, that's handy.
So first of all, what happened was Sophie. There was a light.
On that subject, who did Sophie replace?
Oh, I think it was Mastifer.
Mustafa.
Mastufa.
Yes, he was a male wood elf.
Was he a maiden?
Yes.
How's a male a maid?
It's just a title.
Cool.
It usually is females, however, but he did have quite a lot of skills.
Being surrounded by women is the one male.
Half anything. Yay.
That I was like, no wonder Raja seems pissed off.
Oh, fuck, that didn't work. I think we can go right back in fairness.
So,
Maybe they're sad that they lost one of the males, and that's what's causing the problem.
They can't get laid no more.
so for a couple since we've been here for millennia, actually, maidens have been picked through the two main means.
Yeah,
So
they go out into the wild
Yes.
thing and find an elf and connect.
Yes.
It's weird, I don't quite get it.
But
They just shag and that's it?
no, it's more like you see the elf and you know that they're destined to be a replacement. It's more of a calling,
Oh,
an
okay.
epiphany, a prophecy of sorts.
Oh, okay. Now it's making a bit more sense.
So yes.
And the other way, which is you all the 50 families
voting,
decide.
yes.
And yeah, and how's that worked so far?
It rarely happens.
It keeps it in the family.
I suppose you could say that, yes.
Are you sad that you're no longer a maiden?
I bet she is.
At first I was apprehensive about being a maiden. Because once you become a maiden, your whole responsibility in your life revolves around Aetherius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you lose quite a lot of your autonomy.
Okay.
But then
And was that annoying for you? Was that...
I got used to it. But then by the time I got used to it, I was kicked out. So
How long were you a maiden for?
30 years, I think.
Oh.
What do you do now?
I just do things for the Gold Guild.
Do you still care about Aetherius? Do you still?
We all care about Aetherius. She is our patron god, after all.
Of course, she is, yeah. It is believed that elves derived from Aetherius, isn't it?
From her families, yes.
Of course, yes. But from Aetherius.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 2 seconds while I go and sort some food out.
Okay. So, yes. So 50 years ago, there was a light emanating from Aetherius' chamber, and out of the chamber stepped out Sophie.
Wow.
Then Landuin, for no reason, woke up and then said, "This is a new maiden now." But obviously there's never been 6 maidens before. So it was decided amongst the elves that we needed to kick someone out.
So Sophie stepped out of some chamber, like a light was coming out of Aetherius' chamber, and Sophie stepped out, and then Landwin woke up randomly and declared her the maiden.
Sophie, were you always from this world?
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I was somewhere else and now I'm here.
Was it in this world where you were?
I don't know. It's somewhat
Describe
different.
the place.
It was grey. There was some patches of green. There was some nasty people.
That's subjective.
I followed a couple of people, and then someone was really angry, and everyone was angry, and
Some people were angry, then everyone.
What do you mean by bad people, Sophie?
so we found like a little girl in a coffin, and she was like, she could like interact with the rifts, and it was super weird. And then
Frantic note taking.
Pause.
Frantic note taking ensures.
Have you told the elves about this? Do they know about this?
yeah, and they didn't seem to care.
You found a little girl in a coffin, glass coffin.
No, it was like a little box. It looked like a coffin.
A
but it was
little-
box. There was a skeleton over there. That was pretty cool.
Little box.
You know, it was a
little girl
coffin,
in a coffin.
and there was a skeleton hugging her and stuff. It was really interesting.
And,
I'm not with you. I'm so annoyed.
oh my god.
Did the skeleton, like, I mean, other than the
What
skeleton?
the-
Think about where the last place you saw a
I
coffin
know.
was.
Who could interact with rats and shit? I know. And who else was there?
So yeah, and then Avenu was like super interested in the girl, and then Avenu wouldn't stop chasing us. It was really annoying. And then Seymour was an asshole and killed Viola, and then Avenu went crazy and imploded the whole.
Hang on, Viola.
Yeah, Viola got killed,
Huh.
and then Avenu went crazy and imploded the whole plane.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I came here. The end. And now I don't know what's happened to my friends. I think they're all dead, which is kind of sad. But I haven't aged in 50 years. It's kind of cool. But
No.
I have a bow.
Do you want some dark fruits to go with it?
So yeah, they're angry people, and they're not very. Seymour's an asshole.
You
Why?
said
Yeah, he was like, ooh, magic, and then he first of all cut Viola's leg off for no reason, and that was a bit disturbing. And then she had like this huge bubble around her, but Seymour was trying to break the bubble, and then the moment he broke the bubble, he kind of chopped her head off.
Oh shit. He didn't like Viola then.
No,
Was he himself?
what? Was he himself what?
Like, was he himself? Was that him? Would
Him
he
what?
normally do that?
That was
What
fu-
did Amy do to piss him off?
I don't
Viola, rather.
I don't know. It was the first time meeting Seymour. It was very weird because we went to this underground basement and we found this really big scythe that looked really powerful and stuff.
Found a big fucking scythe.
Yeah, and then Diana took
Found
it.
Dragel's
Oh my
scythe.
god.
Yeah, and then
Confirmed!
Yeah.
and then
Done!
Oh my god.
and then
Where?
it was in this underground basement. And
Fucking oh yes, you
yeah,
said
and
where.
there was lots of computers.
Was this in the plane where you're from?
And then all of a sudden Pandora.
You've written all this down, right? Good.
Then all of a sudden Pandora, Seymour, and Avenia all showed up, and then we were kind of fucked because they're all super strong.
Viola got killed by Seymour.
Yeah. So Viola kind of like distracted Seymour while we dealt with Pandora.
Right.
Avenia kind of sat in the background because she didn't
Remind
really
me
know
who
what to do.
Seymour is really quick. So.
The head of the Magic Institute.
Awesome. Okay, right. Yeah, the old guy.
No, he's not old. I don't think he was old.
He is old here though.
I don't know. I haven't met him here.
2 secs. He is here though, isn't he?
I don't know.
I'm asking you.
Seymour's, we know he's in the capital, that's it.
Oh, we don't.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
You don't know Jen.
Never
I
met
thought
him.
we did.
No,
because
We
that's
just met
why I
Pandora
You've only met Pandora so
Okay.
far.
and
Never mind,
whoever
sorry.
that big shield guy was.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
remember his name.
no, I thought you was in the fight with us.
Yeah. No.
That's
Oh.
where the children they were taking. They said in the fight
Yeah,
they were
okay.
taking the children to Seymour.
Okay, never
Mm.
mind. My bad. Sorry. Okay, so Seymour killed her.
Yeah. I think they had a little bit of animosity towards each other. But even then, Viola couldn't cast offensive abilities, so she was kind of screwed anyway. She was only distracting.
Viola's not able to. That's why.
Yeah. So then she got her leg cut off from the shield, and that was really awkward because she was bleeding out. And then Harold was like in the corner crying or something while we were trying to kill Pandora. And Pandora by that point had become mentally unstable because Flint kept annoying her for some reason. And then Avenia was like getting really concerned because Viola was bleeding out, and she told Seymour to stop that. We could catch her alive because her ability was useful. And then Seymour didn't take kindly to that, and he kind of like chopped her head off suddenly. And then
Did the room immediately allow you in once her head had been chopped off?
No, we were dealing with Pandora. That's all we could do was deal with Pandora.
Okay, but where was the scythe again? In a room full of computers.
Yeah, Diana picked that
Was
up.
it behind a door?
No, it was like out in the open in the middle of nowhere. Well, I say in the middle of nowhere. It was on a table, really cool and stuff. And Diana picked it up, and she was like, "Ah, this is cool. This is my god stuff." And I was like, "All right,
They found Dragel's scythe.
yeah."
They found the scythe of Dragel.
Where do you think she keeps that scythe now?
Yeah, that.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, Venya kind of like went crazy, and then the whole plane imploded, and then I ended up here. It was like, and I was like,
How's everyone responded to all of this like?
I don't know. I'm the only one here, aren't I? Oh no, I did meet Flint. I'm not sure if that's the same Flint though. He doesn't seem to recognise me.
Oh. Do you recognise this ring?
Yeah, that's mine. And she shows you that she's wearing the same similar ring.
We've already gone through
Yeah.
this when we first met her.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oops.
because remember we were like, do we have it on us?
Oh yeah. Oops. I remember.
It allows
So,
me.
okay, yeah, it's like infinite ammo.
Yeah, so I can shoot lots of things and go. Pah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, cool, isn't it?
But mine's not a bow.
It's-
Mine's a gun.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Mine's cooler.
I don't know. Mine's planty.
Oh, mine's not.
Well, yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Okay, so yeah, where?
While all this is happening, Geraldine's just looking really confused.
Yeah, man.
And this is the woman who replaced it.
Yeah. So like, yeah, no, this woman was replaced by Amy.
Oh, yeah, you replaced the other one.
So how did Amy come about again?
Another lights thing, but then this time Landon was like, she's important, ooh. And I was like, I think at the time I was talking to a squirrel. I think it was upset because there was some grass in its way or something. I couldn't
Did
understand.
you tell it to just like go through it?
I just didn't understand. I didn't understand the concept of grass impeding my way.
Wow.
You have a lot of problems.
And meanwhile, Amy's just like blowing like saliva bubbles.
Okay.
They'll be here in 5 minutes, dear. They'll put you back in your special coat.
Yeah, and Geraldine just goes, anything else?
Maybe we'll get back to you. Oh, what's Raja like?
She's a bit uppity at times, but she knows her responsibilities very well. That's why she's the head maiden.
Why is she the head maiden?
She's the most senior. She has the most skills and abilities.
What are her skills and abilities?
They mostly predominantly in healing.
Okay.
Aetherius and
Yeah.
Yeah. Most maidens have some form of healing capabilities.
Okay, so you're all clerics of some sort.
Clerics, rangers, druids.
Okay.
You get the odd one or two bards.
But
Some of the elves seem really strange.
that's normal.
How so?
I don't know. A part of me wonders if all of them are doing the right thing. They seem really bickery.
It's my belief that some people want change and some people don't.
Change is good.
I am of a neutral opinion on that matter. I'm afraid.
Change is good.
It's-
The outside world is advancing further than you are.
I wouldn't know about that.
No, you wouldn't, because you're too cooped up in your own little fucking world.
It just seems like it's distracting the ability to heal Aetherius.
Boom. The outside world could probably help.
I don't know why you're telling me this. I don't really have any political power anymore.
No, but we're telling you cause reasons, sure. Because why not?
Is there anything
maybe
else?
Maybe you can influence it somehow. You are one of the noble 50, are you not? You have some form of...
Like I said, I'm of a neutral opinion. I just don't want to get involved.
Yet. Okay,
Is that all?
I think so, for now.
Well, good day.
Where would we find you if we have any further questions?
I'm usually here at the Gold Guild.
Okay, what's the Gold Guild?
That's mostly sort of like the finance side of the city, basically. It's in the plaza.
Okay.
We handle the monies and the laws and the nitty-gritty of everything.
Okay.
There's still a need of money, but
Of course, yeah.
it's just not used out in the open.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Okay.
I don't know if anyone else has a question. This is great.
Have a good day, and she starts walking off.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for.
Meanwhile, you are now Mama Naga's.
And what she sounds like?
Do you want to see any of the
No.
which I've taken down?
Yes.
Let me just make sure that it's.
Hello, child. Come sit down.
I think that's all of it.
Oh, would you like some
in my
soup?
language.
Oh yes, Mama knows what you want.
Yeah, I want to have some soup.
Oh, with your lovely friends.
What's she look like? What's she look like?
I want to say a plump drow. She's wearing an apron and has like some scales on her skin as well.
Just an apron.
No, more than just an apron.
Thank God. Thanks, John.
So, I've been back a few days now, Mama Naga.
Yes, I know, you came to visit me. Oh, child, so lovely to see you more often.
I thought you'd be more upset with me coming back after having
Oh
received
no,
some money.
you be alive and allowed and be out in the world and proud, child.
Okay, lovely. I have a few questions for you about some of the things that are going on here now.
Oh yes, Mama Naga got many years. And by years, I don't mean many years, because I'm still very young. I mean years, listening.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
carry on.
What do you know about the rebel group?
Oh, well, I don't really support them myself, but I say power to them. Want to do all the change and stuff. You know, overthrow the high elves, I can get behind that.
You don't know anybody who's involved with that who we could speak to?
No, I don't deal with that. I'm just a lonely woman making soup for my little wee beggars.
Lovely.
Yes.
And what about Autumn's return?
Oh, well, those fuckers.
She knows about these guys.
Yes, she does.
I say taking a sip from my soup.
So, here's the deal, right?
Sorry.
I don't mean to cause offence, God. Aetherius, blessed be. But they're real cunts. They go around and they do troublemaking, and they're all like, oh.
What kind of trouble is it?
Apparently fashion statements.
Well, they're going in and out of the Shadowfell,
Okay.
and they're doing some weird heeboo-dooboo stuff.
Say that again.
Heeboo-dooboo.
Perfect.
How do you spell that?
I just said it.
Well, if you listen to anything Mama Naga says, if you meet one of them, kick them in the balls. And if they don't have balls, what do Mama Naga say?
I can't remember.
Kick them in the cooch.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
I have a question. You know, being as just looking on us kissing them between the legs, could you point us in the direction of them?
Nah. They're all around and stuff.
All around, but they're mostly drow.
Mostly drow. The leader that I heard here, what's his name? What's his name again?
Larwin Taker?
Yes.
Where does he live?
I believe he's part of the Noble 50 family.
Fucking fantastic.
It got worse.
And listen, he's doing it all in secret behind, bless her soul, Raja's back.
Okay.
You see that guy that I can't remember the name of, even though he's big.
Larwin Taker?
Yeah, Larwin and Raja.
Yeah.
They're like cousins or something. And Raja is telling him to go deal with the rebels, but she doesn't. I don't think she knows about the heebie-dooboos.
Yeah.
We've been in the city for like 2 days, and we know about him having the most powerful person in the city, part of the gods. Don't know about it.
What the heebie jubos?
Yeah, just Larry Taker and his miscreants.
Oh, well, elves can be very secretive, especially the drow. They're all like, oh. Yes,
No, you're alright.
Question. Do you know what language hags speak?
I believe it's Sylvan. Oh, I'm not a fan of hags, but I did meet one a very long time ago. Did I ever tell you that story?
You may have done. I didn't listen much.
Well, it's relevant to the plot. It's relevant to the plot, so listen to it.
Ooh, a bit of fake came out then. Oh, confirmed.
Listen to the plot, love.
I will.
So,
Write it down.
long ago.
Wait.
Not so long ago that I was only slightly younger.
In a galaxy far, far away.
So, what happened was, I was out looking around doing my wee little shoppings, and it was a little bit later at night because you know the fishmongers close at night, and you get wee little bargains at that time. I've always told you, go to the fishmongers much later. The fish smell more, but they taste way better.
And if
'cause
you wait
they're
too longer,
cheaper.
you can get them for free.
Yes, that's right. You know the trades.
Of course I know the trade.
Anyway, so as I was saying, I was getting my wee bargains, and I was walking around in the forested area, and then all of a sudden, I saw a couple of high elves kicking a hag, and she seemed to be holding something. Well, naturally, normally I don't get involved, but high elves, I kick the shit out of them.
Wow, they can have fun again.
No,
The hag was not so high anymore.
They were high elves, it's fine.
And I picked up the hag, and she gave me this little bundle of joy, and it was you.
Oh.
And
I'm
she
not that
said, take care of her. Halal, blessed be. She's not my patron god, but we've all got our own different choices in life. I've never discriminated against you.
But you've never told me this story before either.
Yeah, I have lots of times. Perhaps you just didn't listen. It was a very magical moment. I killed I beat up some high elves.
Well,
Yeah, true.
And I knew there and then I had to teach you how to defend yourself. Because if a hag can't defend you, God knows what's going to happen in there.
Why did the hag have me?
I don't know. And
I was a hag.
cool.
That's not even an insult.
and I looked after
Nothing
you.
got broke.
The hag seemed a little bit different from other ones though.
Okay.
What colour was she?
I think she was green.
What's her name?
She didn't really give me a name, I'm afraid. It was kind of like, here's this bundle of joy, goodbye, sort of thing.
Where did she go?
She went further into the forest.
And just dumped you with a newborn.
Well, it happens to me quite a lot.
Yeah.
I always get the special ones.
That's no way to talk about Ty.
No, she's very special, near and dear to my heart.
Aww, someone loves you.
Because I know one day she's gonna rise up and kill them all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Rise up!
Rise up!
And it's just the high elves who are gonna get it.
Yeah, because we like other people.
Not racist.
Well, this was very illuminating.
Yes, very so. Well,
Might that change your opinion on hags?
I mean, it's thrown into perspective a couple of things in life and death.
And explains blood rituals.
She did. She did go further into the forest to the south.
Okay, I might have to go looking for this heart.
She's dead. What?
Sounds like a good idea. Thank you for your time, Malanaga.
Yes, thank you.
Oh yes.
And I believe as a piece of thing from where I come from, here's a fish.
Where did this come from?
My dad.
Don't want to know.
How old is this fish? How old is this fish?
About 3 days after I caught it.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Was this caught in the fucking poison bridge?
I don't know, you tell me.
You stopped for fishing in the poison bridge?
I was up on night watch.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Meanwhile, well, do you want to go see Raja next?
Yeah.
Yes.
Besides, we've been here for a few days.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see Darwin, right?
Yeah. And once we seem loyal, I say we go into the forest and try and find some green hags. They seem important.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more apparent.
So,
Green hags.
After this one, because it was you, us. So yeah, at the end of this.
Ty's mum's a hag.
you get to the Seance, and the Seance open for you, but they close off for you.
Hashtag
Right,
now
with,
with
I need to.
Doesn't change anything.
Kira.
Yeah, he needs to. It's a. It's important.
You win as well.
It's for the theories.
It's for the benefits of the theory.
It's very important.
I'm here to help her.
Okay.
Oh, she is.
I can go get Raja. I can go get Raja and bring her out here.
So far. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah,
Do that.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I run it. Find Raja.
Boom!
So you don't see Raja out in the open. You check around. Eventually, you do find her next to Aetherius, and she's tending to the pond that she's sleeping in.
I'm just gonna start like tugging people by the dresses.
Raja,
That's
no.
what I do now.
Roger, no.
Oh, Kira,
Hi,
so
hi.
lovely to see you
Hi.
again.
Follow me.
Sure, this is not important.
This is very important.
Yes, okay, she'll get up.
I'm just say back to that. There you go. Okay, now I need to talk.
Oh, look, there's another person.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't I get through? I need to.
Oh, yes, it's on invite for Aetherius and Landuin exclusive.
Oh,
Food. Oh, thanks.
You secretly ordered food.
I'm jealous. Because it wasn't that secret at all doing it.
So, she says, yes, it's on exclusive invite for Landuin and Aetherius only. Your friend hasn't had an invite, so couldn't get it.
Is there a way we can schedule him to have an appointment?
I'm afraid not.
Why not?
Well, Landuin is currently sleeping right now, and Aetherius is currently sleeping right
Yeah,
now.
trying to get an appointment scheduled for you, but
Well, can you get me in there now?
no.
Are you doing a bit of healing now?
No, not really. I was tending to a sleeping space.
Okay, but when are you next due to do like a healing thing?
Cells.
Wow.
Cheese chips.
It happens every couple of years or so.
Oh, years or so. So it's not a regular thing.
No,
I mean, it's regular as years.
it's what I do is a very potent magical ritual.
Okay.
If I were to do it more often than yearly, it may have adverse effects.
But it also might have the opposite of the adverse effects. It might actually bring her back. Have you tried doing it more often?
No, I don't really want to risk doing it more often.
Sometimes a risk is worth it for the sake of an experiment to find out, right?
You can't experiment with a god.
They experimented
Okay,
with
oh my
us.
god, they look so good.
They experimented with us.
Oh my
Well,
goodness, thank you.
well, not me because I'm not of this world, but
The smells make me queasy.
Sorry?
The smells make me queasy.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's even worse.
It's even worse.
Or is it?
They're like chips. A burrito.
Oh no. Jesus.
Oh,
Is that? Oh, that is.
what is it?
Oh, that's lush.
What is it?
It's like a cheesy baguette cookie thing.
Oh, that's
It's like a vegetarian.
Oh, what is it? Oh, it's not feta. Is it feta? No, it's not feta.
Halloumi.
Halloumi, that's the stuff.
Oh,
Oh, I
Well,
love,
halloumi.
love halloumi. Oh
It
god,
is a halloumi
Oh.
gyros.
What's a gyros?
one of those.
Basically a Greek kebab.
Done. There you go. So just a kebab.
Halloumi is actually very good if you're camping.
Yeah.
It's a cheesy kebab.
I'm okay with that.
But anyway,
Yeah. Sorry.
I am
Yes.
I'm an authority on healing, and I wouldn't recommend doing it too often.
Okay. Why? Because of the adverse effects that you suspect.
May happen, yes.
Okay. Okay, then why not try it on the lesser being, her brother?
It wouldn't have an effect.
So
You need to heal the god to heal the
my
angel.
Jeez. Jeez.
There are some exceptions, though. There is the angel of death.
Slayer?
Sorry?
Slayer? No. Everyone else got it.
Chips with pharmacist.
No, well, Drugel's been locked up for many a year. However, it has been known that he does have an angel going around doing his bidding.
Who?
She's just simply known as the angel of death.
Who is she?
She.
Yes.
Has it changed recently?
I am not.
You're not of Drugel.
So I'm not privy to that information.
Sure. You what, sorry?
I'm not privy to that information.
Oh, that's not fair.
I always thought in all sort of myth and legend that the Angel of Death was female.
Well, Thanos theories, thanks.
No, just loads of things.
Yeah, just in general.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Don't you like the cheesy chips?
Just smells. I'm getting distracted now.
So you're saying that Drugel's Angel of Death might have something to do with this?
Oh God, no.
Right.
Like I said, this is a parasite. If Drugel had anything to do with this, it would be more predominantly curse related.
Right, and isn't a parasite a type of curse?
No, it's more of a bug.
I missed something. Which one could it be? Halal? No.
Demons.
Yeah, that's the only
The
thing.
gods
that
are
I
the
remember.
gods are a family. I don't think they'd hurt each other.
Well, they went to war with each other.
Oh, it was more of a sibling rivalry between.
There's still a war.
I guess the sibling rivalry with gods would turn to a war. Gods
So-
don't want to kill each other.
No, it's your turn to wash the dishes.
Like, what type of parasite?
Oh, look at them again.
I like it to akin to a parasite. It's something with life force over fur, and it's predominantly in the chest area.
I had thought of turning into a little bug and going in there and see if I can find anything.
No,
Oh,
no,
why not? That would work. If it's something.
no. Please don't put foreign objects in my deity.
Oh.
Damn.
I mean, the size difference is a bit intense anyway.
Are you talking the halfling to the deity, or are you talking the bug to the deity?
Bit of both.
It becomes full at one point.
Anyway.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
So we actually heard that there was once a male maiden called Mustafa.
Ah, yes, I do remember. He was. Why do I sound Jamaican? He
Because she remembers him very fondly.
he was very good at hunting. Very good at communicating with wildlife. Why do you have to dirty this up every time?
I can't help it. You made it too easy.
And did he ever get an inside joke no more?
I will follow him. Follow him wherever he may go.
Oh, Jesus.
Except on this occasion.
Why did he get kicked out again? Because of
Because of
Amy.
Sophie.
Sophie. No, Amy. Sophie. Yeah, Sophie. Shit. Right.
But he left quite easily.
Ooh.
He wood elves don't take well to being restricted. So the moment he was
Again, we were like, get it, I just let us go.
the moment he was relieved of his position,
Yes, free fight.
Bingo! He's still them.
he went back to his nomadic lifestyle and just went back to the forests.
Oh, where does he live now? In the forest.
In the forest, but I haven't seen him for a long time.
This is a different forest for Ivy.
This is basically the forested areas to the south, and it just goes on and on and on. And
Yeah, I was there for 20 years. Have I not seen him or would have seen him?
on. You were in the forested area in the human side of
Yeah, I
things.
thought that was
Yeah.
okay.
Thomas, isn't it? Is it good, Thomas?
Yes,
Amazing trips as well.
it's not bad from us.
Nice.
Let's do it like that.
Is there anything else I can help you with at all?
What else did we want to do here?
I wanted to go and see Aetherius in wherever she is.
Yeah,
but
that
More
meeting.
innuendo.
apparently I'm not allowed.
Yeah, we want to schedule a meeting. It's really important. It's to save Aetherius.
There's no
Unfortunately, because of the nature of things, I have to limit the number of people that can enter the sanctuary.
It's just
Is
one.
it 5? Is that limit 5?
I mean, we're both really small, and you guys were really tall, so we can both
No,
work
we
together.
get one person.
No. You can't be all like, I don't want to be a small person, and then the moment it's useful for you, like, I'm a small person. It doesn't work that way.
But
You're either a small person or you're a racist.
wow. But it's really important.
Sorry,
I got told,
your inner fate came out then.
I got told that
Yeah,
I'm meant to do this, and I have to try and help Aetherius, and this is important.
Yeah, I need to see it.
Please.
Why? What are your expertise?
That's what I'm thinking.
I just want to see.
So the reason why I'm letting you into the Inni Sanctuary was for a slight curiosity.
That's tourist distraction.
So in order to help someone, the best way to maybe help someone is to see where they are and their surroundings.
Yes.
There you go. I'm helping her by seeing where she is.
Do you have any healing capabilities?
No, not necessarily.
So you can't help her.
Okay, Nathan. Piece of shit.
The only reason why we invited.
Sorry,
The only reason why we.
Is he a high elf?
Join the high elf club.
Maybe.
The only reason why we invited Kira is because she actually had contact with Aetherius.
I mean,
I bet if I asked Aetherius right now if my friend could come in and see her, she would say yes.
do it.
Well, that's all nice and dandy, isn't it?
If you don't sound like you want to help Aetherius right now.
Yeah.
Any help, anything is good.
And we have to.
You just don't want outsiders, not elves. Helping, yeah, that's what it is.
But I personally can't give you the invite. It has to be Landuin or Aetherius.
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna go in and go to Landwin and... Is he sleeping right now or something?
He's meditating underneath the tree.
Landwin! Hello, it's important. Landwin. Hello.
You don't get any movement other than the flickering of the eyelids.
Okay. I need my friend to come see Aetherius, and the mean person isn't letting them come in.
Wow.
At that moment, the tree ants open for him.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Be careful though. I mean...
Way through. Right.
What is it?
Thank you, Landuin. Okay,
Because I
welcome
just
to this
predicted
place.
something without knowing what
Raja,
it is.
where do I go from here?
No, thank you.
Sure, I'll lead the way. She'll take you to the to the large tree in the centre, take you down, and like I said, it's like its own little oasis.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's like small waterfalls and water features and like lily ponds,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the centre you see this like 15 to 20 foot tall woman,
Yeah.
just laying in this pool of water.
The pool of water itself,
Mm.
I'm going to get a vial out of my pocket,
Yeah.
my bag of holding, fill it up,
Yeah. Okay.
back in.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to, like, Derek.
He's not there.
No, I know, later.
All right. Okay.
I'm using like a centrifuge.
Spin around really fast. And be over.
Wait, am I hearing this correctly? You're going to open Derek, put the violin in, and shake it like a...
No, I'm just going to tell him.
Spin him
to
around.
Really quick.
Hopefully we'll get a cocktail out of it. That'd be nice.
Right. Looking around, does anything look out of place?
It's very beautiful, and
Yeah.
there's like
Does something look not beautiful, sort of thing, if that makes sense?
the only
Something that shouldn't be there, that is.
The 20-foot tall
Other
person.
than,
Yeah, I was thinking the same
other
thing.
than the god.
We've had 250 years to sort that out.
Are you doing a thorough investigation?
Yes. I'm literally.
Okay, so
looking-
first of all, roll an investigation and then roll an Arcana check.
Ooh, yay. Fuck you guys. A 9 for the investigation.
It's bound to happen at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Arcana plus 8. 18 on the Arcana.
Okay, so on the investigation, there's nothing
Mhm.
out of the ordinary. Well, everything in this room is out of the ordinary, but
But.
nothing is
Yeah.
nothing is sticking out like a sore thumb. What you do get is, you do get the feel of the parasite. It's very.
Something evil sort of feeling.
I wouldn't even akin it to evil. It
Okay.
just there's like this arcanely there's something sucking
Okay.
on the inside of her chest,
Yeah, alright. Okay.
and it's quite powerful for you to notice it.
Yeah. I'm not bad at that.
Yeah.
This makes sense. Plus 8 gives. Okay. I'm gonna sort of look at Raja and go, can I? Do you like go in the pool ever?
Only on rare occasion.
Okay, well I'm gonna go in the pool.
I mean, if you've got an invite from Landuin, I can't really.
I'm gonna go in the pool.
Okay.
Just feels like a normal pool.
No.
There you go.
It feels like it has slight rejuvenating properties. So, let's just say your skin feels a lot smoother.
Moisturiser.
Perfect.
You
Okay.
could sell that.
I've got a bottle of it. So the pool that venue.
It has like slight healing properties.
Okay.
There's a full X-Men service.
Sorry. So only a mild healing property. That's disappointing. I'm gonna start walking more towards Aetherius.
Roll Arcana.
Does it get deeper? That's the only problem.
It does.
Okay.
Remember, this woman's
Well, I've
15
done
to 20
constitutions
feet.
to see how long you're on your breath.
Another Arcana, you said,
Yeah.
yes? Plus 8. Oh, for fuck's sake. 13.
It doesn't really matter. As you get closer, you do feel sick, even in the rejuvenating pool. Like you feel queasy, like your stomach is knotting itself.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of fight through it and keep going.
Roll another Arcana.
More dice because they're all shit today, apparently. Oh, for fuck. 14.
You fall unconscious.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
unconscious.
I guess I'd jump in and try and get
Roll Arcana.
Well, I think I
That's
just
the
killed us.
person who heals there.
Shit!
Do I have
HPK.
I don't have that, so 17 on that.
You do feel the sensation of a slight knot in your stomach. Roll one again.
Oh my god, a 4.
Yeah, you fall.
Where's Ron, by the way, out of curiosity?
Oh yeah, he was in
He's
there. I didn't see it.
you didn't see him.
Okay.
Where is the guy?
Meanwhile,
Oh,
Ah,
no!
Ah,
leave us
shit.
on a hanger.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good to do.
So
that.
you go, hags!
Well, let's go find some hags.
Drowning. No, we're gonna go and see.
See Landerman, right?
Oh, Lalwin.
Larroway.
Lalwin Taker. Yes. Let's go find him then.
Or we could jump in the pool and drown.
At least I'm gonna drown with really smooth skin.
Fuckers.
We don't know about them. Yeah, off to Lalwin.
Let's go see Larry.
okay. You would assume, based off the information that you know, he's with the 50 roll up.
I mean,
So you would go
look
with
at me
first.
now, it's fine. It's fine.
Incestuous cult, yes.
Aristocratic
Yes.
piece of crap.
So,
Sort of get
no
together.
hardship if we kill them all.
Roll perception.
Wow! Sorry, that's the third one in a row.
Fuck's sake.
23.
26.
21.
Yeah, you're
Here,
letting
you vote it.
crazy.
Here, you vote
it.
You rolled it weak, so that's fine, I know. I'm not
You-
going to touch it.
you-
so I get another.
You originally don't hear anything,
But I started with this one.
but then, based on our perception,
26 for me.
You were above 20. I think you were above
23.
Dan would overhear 2 drow,
2 drown.
yeah,
Speaking what language?
Elvish,
Okay. I overhear 2 drow, that's all I get.
yeah,
I
you don't
overhear
speak Elvish.
2 drow.
because you don't speak
Did you-
Elvish.
Did know. Any words you could repeat?
Yes. Tell me these words in Elvish so I can repeat them to you.
Roll
it.
intelligence.
I'm using comprehend. That's what only you use them, is it?
Ah.
5.
The one time you
Gabagoo, giggity.
Just that.
Zabadaba, gadoof.
No,
Sorry, Sim.
though Elvish has its own language, they do share names with certain places.
Nice.
So you do get Shadowfell.
Oh,
Shadowfell.
shitballs.
Gabadoo, gabadee, badoof, shadowfell, gabba, zimmer, bee, boof! Nice.
It sounds like they
My
were
spell wasn't
together.
working very well. I don't understand a word he just said.
I'm trying my best here, I don't know this language.
Do I overhear anything with the 23?
No, it's only because he had a nat 20 that he specifically heard that.
What?
You got shadow.
And you got fuck all from it.
Now roll investigation. So now you're going around information gathering basically.
We're all doing that, aren't we?
No, perception was to see general stuff.
Yeah, we all roll investigation.
Yeah, we'll all roll investigation.
23 again.
Okay.
Number 17, which is
Not quite as good, but
Oh, it's investigation, not perception. I don't know.
20.
So all over 20 again. Yeah.
Wait.
Definitely not be now.
Investigation again?
it's under intelligence.
Intelligence based.
Oh, still not too bad. That's 18.
Nice.
The moment he mentions 2 drow, you go into stealth mode and you're searching for any drow that you can find. Eventually you do find the 2 drow, which you assume is what he was talking about.
Dabadee, dabadoo, dabba, beef!
Apparently he's
Banana.
gone to Shadowfell to do business with the Queen of Witches.
Oh no. Queen of Witches.
Oh, I hear that as
Queen
well.
of Hags.
No.
No, the Queen of Hags died.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Didn't the Queen of Witches kill the Queen of Hags?
No. The
She always
Queen,
summoned-
the
summoned
Queen of
Witches.
Night kills the Queen of. For some reason, Archfey and Demon Lords have got queens and kings in their names. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
So the Queen of Hags was Titania's twin sister. She was killed by the Queen of Night, who is Titania's and the Queen of Hags' half sister.
Right.
The Queen of Witches
Yes.
is a mixture of Fey, demon, and elf. And she's probably the second most powerful in the Shadowfell, after the King of Monsters.
So what are we doing?
Oh,
These
the guys.
people are aware we found them.
Yeah, based off that investigation, I'm just going to say they haven't seen you.
So what are we doing?
We have a little bit of information, and I assume we're still heading towards Lowen.
Letting us drown.
So you want to go to the Shadowfell essentially.
Is that where he is?
But they said that he's in the Shadowfell doing business with the Queen of Witches.
So Shadowfell for the Queen of Witches, or to the forest to find Queen of Witches?
Just try and get more information from these two.
I don't think it's sensible to go to the Shadowfell without the rest of our party.
So to the forest
yeah.
to find Queen of
As someone who's from the Shadowfell, it's a shithole.
Okay.
But do you want to
Not that, sorry.
question those two?
And the drow, we don't want to kill them.
They're fine.
Not saying I quit killing them, just questioning them.
About what?
Their business with the Shadowfell.
But they said that he and Lowen had gone to the Shadowfell to do business. They haven't done that.
Yeah.
Well,
They may not know the nature of the business.
why are we whispering?
It's for roleplay effect.
Well, it's up to you guys. I have ways of getting people to talk.
Do you have ways of kidnapping them unsuspiciously?
No.
Okay.
Remember, you are in the 50 family noble families right now,
Yeah.
so you probably would be.
Noticed
Yeah.
if you were to do that.
Even subtly. It could just be a handshake.
Go and shake his hand then.
No one's stopping you.
Just like go up to them. I'm a big fan. I've heard all your work on Elfway.
Why does that sound like a really like hippie song?
Well, can't you tell they're obviously emo hipsters?
No, drow are arseholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, the emo hipsters.
They're all ahead of us.
Yeah.
One of them's obviously got a little bit
It
there.
would just be easier if one of you distracted the other one whilst we test another one.
I guess I'll hit the other one in the face and pull out now.
Start a conversation.
Time for
You're
the testing!
I mean,
Vision information
I mean, if
testing!
you can't do a subsidy, you may as well kill all of them.
Okay, so my charisma is at a solid 8 -1.
1 plus 6.
I will just wander up to these people and be awkward.
You might roll a nat 20, but that'll be 19.
Yeah, super fucking awkward.
I don't know, I'd say a 19 would be a little bit.
You know what? Screw this. Excuse me.
At this, they will pipe up. Yes.
There's one who could help me. My name's Skylar. Shake his hand and cast a suggestion.
You were nice, nice.
Suddenly.
Yeah, but oh no, I have
How does he
to.
know all
It's a
those?
wisdom save.
I don't know.
DM, are these ladies or male drow? This matters.
Both male.
Okay. How does he do it? He gets both all he gets all the men and the women. So not fair.
Nat 20.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I distance myself from you?
You're gonna get ganked, bitch.
Well, just shaking his
I
hand.
wasn't doing him in the first place.
Did you suddenly cast it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then you wouldn't know.
What did you suddenly cast?
Suggestion. While I was shaking his hand, then I'm gonna cast suggestion while
Ah.
shaking his hand.
Yeah.
Sweet. Bitchin'.
I was told to meet with you and to regarding your business in the Shadowfell, just to get a more broader aspect of it. I overheard you over there and pointed you out.
Are you speaking Elvish?
No comment, you didn't know Elvish.
No. I hope this elf was
I'm human.
Yeah.
I was just I've been sent by Landwin. I was wondering if you'd be able to catch me up with what's going on. That's the question. Catch me up.
They don't know where the suggestion came from, but they do know it's been cast.
Oh fuck.
And the moment you start trying to strike up a conversation, they will immediately let go of their hand and run off.
I had a persuasion check as well.
What was the persuasion check?
I could add one if you want me to roll persuasion.
Sure, they'll hear the first sentence before they run away.
Oh, what's a 5? Plus 9, so
Good stuff.
14.
Yeah, they run away.
This is very contrasty. We're not getting any mid-end rolls here. It's either really good or just so bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, they run away.
It's worth a try.
It was worth a try. Well done.
That was sarcastic.
I'm still fine. Nothing's wrong with it.
Yes, they didn't turn around and murder you.
Thought you were going to be something.
And back to the rest of the party who's currently murdering themselves.
I mean, they're unconscious for a while, so.
Oh, please, can we just do flashbacks in where you say they're still floating face down? The bubble escaped.
Time for new characters, guys.
Oh yeah, back in the
All I can imagine these two little people just floating.
That's exactly
Is
what it
that
is.
elf, that high elf, is just sitting there going,
Oh, they're still there. Oh.
Well, I told them not to. She's just going to the rest. Well, I told them not to. I just can't be bothered.
They can't do very good healers. They haven't got we're unconscious.
Yeah, we're not gonna die because the pool has healing properties. Bitchin'.
So you're just
It's
going
a
to
never-ending cycle of I'm drowning, but I'm
you will
healing.
both probably wake up with severe brain damage.
You both have both
Oh
10
god, that's what
pages.
happened to Amy.
Boomstick. Boomstick.
I used to imagine Marvel just looking at them floating like little turds. And she's just going fucking cut out.
Who is this, sorry?
Rasha.
Alright, you fucks.
So should we contact the others?
That's not metagaming.
No, because we decided
No,
that
they're
we
both
didn't get the
really
party
capable.
before we investigated
Oh, killing ourselves, yeah, you're right.
I say you'll go off and find these green
Yeah,
guys.
so
For
the
the
green
Green.
house,
for the
that's
whole of these
3
3
minutes.
minutes, then until we all end.
Right. So
Yes.
Lando and Rope led to the Shadowfell. Now we're gonna follow the Green Hag Rope.
We'll go sort that out, and then we'll go and find, Kira and Garfield wherever they happen to be. And
I thought we said that with me back at the embassy.
Did we say that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't know if
Yeah,
we
fair
agreed.
enough, we'll meet them there.
We're not metagaming here.
What are we talking about? Meeting
We're
with the
going off
party?
to find some green hags in the forest, heading south.
Right, okay. Roll investigation.
Ooh, that's my bad first bad boy. That's still not bad though.
11.
11.
9. Like I said, it's not bad for
17.
what I rolled.
You do find the odd 1 or 2 hag, but considering your level, you're just like, oh fuck this, and you just kill them instantly.
What? No! We asked them questions. Do you know any hags that had a me?
And me. 10 out of 10 with asking.
Do you know anyone who had me?
So the
It was a while ago.
The first hag you find is fairly deep in the forested area, so it takes you about 2-3 hours to get there.
Okay.
She's currently eating.
she's
She's currently eating an elven child.
Okay, I killed her.
Yeah, I thought.
Hang on a second. Is the elf?
Yeah,
High elf? Wood elf? Drow?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
this
that's
sounds
a
what
point.
you
That's a
will.
point.
I'm gonna say you can't really discern.
I asked the hag.
What tasty snack do you have?
What child would you like me to say for you to leave?
If you say hi elf, I'll be fine with it.
Yeah, this is some top-notch, high-quality high elf.
Excellent. Carry on.
Okay.
I'll give you an address of a few more high elf families.
Oh, I've tried.
The best one's off on this address.
we leave.
On the way back, I just go.
I was saying we should really kill that thing.
Yeah. Just as I'm walking away. Pop.
She's eating the enemy.
He's eating a child. It's not good.
High elf child.
It's a child.
It's still out.
They've got time to grow.
Pop,
They can
pop,
change.
pop.
I'll say if they see the primacy, you do kill it.
Yeah, like you said, pop, pop, pop as I
Eat
go
the
by.
corpse.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm not there with my vials.
You find a couple of gems.
Ooh, that's fun.
Say 250 goals worth.
Sweet.
Nice. There you go. See, you're worth it.
Your gems. I don't need them.
They seem arcanic in nature, so you know they're used in some sort of rituals.
They're either
Check them in your bird ritual.
an urchin or very stupid for being out here.
Damn it, you've got all the vials. I'm going to have to loot your corpse.
I have
Here's an empty healing pot.
Oh, thank you. I'll take some more green hag blood.
56 vials.
I've still got like 2 or 3 empty healing pots on
Do
me.
you have another one for an unfortunate elf child?
Okay.
If it feels your hand,
The
it
second
feels your
hag
hands.
you find is a sea hag. So she's in a pond
Oh.
and she's blubbing on the surface, basically.
Like we are. Just like us.
Looks like something you got. Now let's move on.
Blub, 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 blub.
But basically you can see the top half of her head, basically.
Go into the water and cast shocking grass from the water.
Oh no.
Can we at least talk to them first?
No, all hags must die.
Soften them up.
Yeah, you fry her to death.
What? This is a kind of cantrip.
Which you're casting in a large pool of water.
Basic supply when wanted.
We're not looking for sea hags, look for green hags, it's fine.
Did you just cook the sea hag? We are not going to get... Oh,
Gave it electroshock therapy.
Electroshock therapy to death!
Roll investigation again.
oh, that's my character.
Yeah, that is.
Well, that's 8.
That's a 21.
21.
Okay. So you two notice there looks to be a sickly wood elf, and she's being attended to by a green hag, which is extremely odd because if you predominantly hags would eat weakened elves to gain their fame blood, essentially.
We don't have to kill this one.
Pardon?
We don't have to kill this one. It's helping.
Later.
Oh, okay.
I just realised.
I just realised I'm a servant of Tron, comforting a servant of Halal about not being able to kill someone.
I've also just realised Sophie
Yeah.
and Amy are with you two as well, so they're watching you suffocate as well.
Well, it's been a split second, so it's boom, and you went to them. wasn't
Yeah.
But is there
Yeah,
the
so
first time
and
ever
then 3
he was
hours
in a
down the
smile on
line
his
where we
face?
are.
it? Yeah, but you've got that much to catch up, doesn't it?
No, Sophie's just clapping and she's like, "Ooh, this is exciting! Death by
Amy just like-
drowning." Yeah. So.
Well, what a fun little game to play. Look at them swimming in the water
So yeah.
together.
So what do you guys want to do?
I'd like to approach the hag and... How are you doing, hag?
She goes, "One moment, please. I'm just trying to alleviate this man's pain."
I walk up to him and
Is
cast
he
healing
a
hands.
high elf?
No, would that?
He will be after
Oh,
this.
I can give you a hand if you'd like.
Certainly, that'd be much appreciated.
There we go.
His right leg is slightly broken in place.
Slightly broken.
Yeah, I can burn a spell slot casting.
I can use my ASMR ability to heal him 8 points, just on his leg.
Yeah, I
Just
can
touches
heal
him when he
wounds.
heals.
He'll get up quite easily then, and just bow to everyone involved and walk off.
Wow.
Like,
Is it he?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
walk
okay.
off.
You thought you were having a girl? No.
Oh, okay.
There's no.
No waifu for you.
In this place, yes.
You will have a husband though, and you will like it.
This kind of just feels awkward.
Have
just
you
healing him.
come to seek for advice, dear?
I have. I have questions about where I came from.
Oh, when a muddy elf and a daddy.
I personally wouldn't know where you came from. I mean, I'm assuming the natural ways.
When I was very young, a green hag passed me on to a drow elf. And I'm wondering if you would know
She's not
of
just
who that would have been and where that child came from 50 years ago.
Yeah, she is.
After this, she will say, I do not have any information on this, I'm afraid. However, I can take you to our leader, and she may know more.
Oh.
Leader of Green House?
No, of the good hags.
Oh,
Oh god.
That's uplifting.
yeah, that's uplifting.
Awful.
We, I better explain it before we go any further.
Uh-oh.
Hags naturally are predominantly evil. However, just like you can have good and bad humans, you can have good and bad hags. It's just the scale is somewhat tilted. So you could say we're essentially genetic mutations. There's probably a good couple of 1,000 hags, and I would say out of those couple of thousand, I would say probably only about 20 or so would be considered good in any nature.
Okay. Well, we evened the odds up a couple.
We try to stick together because the hags are raised differently. We predominantly take people hags in to emotionally and physically abuse them into our coven.
Like a
So the moment they
Good hags.
no normal hags, and then the moment the moment normal hags find out that they're good hags through this mental manipulation, they kill them on the spot.
Oh.
So we predominantly work with the 20 of us, but we do have some help from wood elves from time to time.
Do you have any contact with the Elven City?
Not for a while, I'm afraid. I believe they do know of us, but of recent years, because of the nature of hags, they have demonized us somewhat. You see, the Queen of Hags was through and through a good hag, essentially. And as the story goes, every other hag she had to kill because they were evil. So, yes, I don't know why I went on a tangent.
When was the last time you had contact?
I believe it was about 10 years ago when the new maiden came. We were informed about her and her affliction, and the moment we realised she had some green skin, we drew conclusions that she may have some inkling to hag potential.
Is that her affliction or just perspective?
We haven't met her, I'm afraid, because they have kept her behind closed doors.
We have.
If all we know is that she's got green blotches on her skin on her.
She seems very conflicted and confused. This affects her personality. She is acting less of a person than normal. She's not responding or talking to people. She's keeps to herself. She's very distant. I've tried to contact her a couple of times, but all I got back was grumbles.
This is only a theory, but from what I believe, she may have been an adventurer at some point. You know, killed some dragons here and there. I believe she was from a rift, so I don't know what plane she's from, but she may have been an adventurer. When you're a druid, you live much longer, so I could imagine her becoming unsettled when all of her friends started dying off one by one. And then to top it all off, to realise that you had a higher level of hag blood in yourself, so you'd live even longer beyond that, would result in a mental breakdown, because a half-elf mind isn't programmed to last that long.
So you're saying it's due to the extent of her age that it may be affecting her motor skills?
That's one theory. also could be that she's just she's in emotional turmoil for some reason and she needs to work something out. I haven't met her, and like I said, we really wanted to work with her, but Raja denied us access.
What if we got you access?
That would be appreciated.
Problem we'll be able to do in the city. We have to bring her out here somehow. Yeah.
That's fine. They don't have many eyes out here.
They must
The
have
wood elves are far kinder out, further out as well.
They might have eyes on her while we're inside though, so we might have to smuggle her out somehow.
Oh, we're very well protected. So once you get to our sanctuary,
No, I'm saying just trying to get her away from the elves because she's apparently very important to Etheris's future.
so what would you like to do? Would you like to meet our leader first, or
Yeah, I would like to meet your leader.
take us to your leader?
Take us to your leader.
Right. So this is going to be a long track, and we're going to go back to the other party.
I will let my disguise fall off while we're
Oh,
outside.
okay.
So you two are tied up.
What?
Wow.
Cool.
Didn't know that.
Nice.
And when you wake up, you seem to be being dragged somewhere.
I got attacked by a dragon. It was a wolf. I'm fine.
When you look around, Sophie is unconscious as well and tied up.
Oh shit balls.
What the hell?
No, she probably just ran after you.
I know.
What the hell is going on?
And Amy is being she's not tied up but being
She's
dragged.
being-
Yeah. Yeah.
What the?
And when you look around, you're not in the Elven capital anymore.
This ain't Kansas.
You're in the Shadowfell.
Oh, you fucking fan licker! Ooh! 2 secs.
Oi! What the hell? The hell?
Baited.
Yeah.
Baited.
Never split the party up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're fine.
Yeah.
What party?
Just,
That's not the word. Parties together.
Can I try to change my shape while I'm like this?
Roll perception.
Perception.
10.
Oh shit.
There's a couple of drow and high elf dragging you. You don't see Raja anywhere. You think in theory you could wild shape out of the ropes.
Background checks.
This seems risky.
Not yet. Out of character.
Yeah, this seems risky.
Not yet.
Seems risky.
How many of them are there?
There's 2 drow and 2 high elves, and they're each dragging a person each.
And we're in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, I'll describe it to you.
It's shit.
It's a
Yeah.
desolate wasteland. It's coloured out, so it's not like
Yeah.
black and white, but it's like purples and greys essentially. And like there's jagged, like it looks like jade, like constructs everywhere, and the landscape just looks awful basically. It's a combination of desert lands and jagged jade, and off in the distance, a couple of miles away, you do see a somewhat large city though.
Are we being dragged towards the direction
Yes,
of the
the
city?
yes.
Then,
In my
who is elf dragging us?
2 high elves, 2
Does it look? Are they wearing the attire of the ones who would heal Etheris? Does the
They
attire?
seem to be predominantly black and hooded
And they don't look familiar in any way.
Yeah, they're wearing hoods and capes.
Two
So we can't
drow
tell
ran
if
away
it's
from me.
No.
Is there only 2 of them?
4.
4. And
So
there's,
2 high elves, 2
there's no one else around.
no.
Does Wildship happen instantly?
Yes. It's an action. So it's 6 seconds.
I'm guessing turning into a wolf wouldn't get me out the net. I imagine something small like a toad or something would get me out right now.
Yes.
So would it not possible to escape as a wolf if I turn into a wolf?
What it was.
Yes.
So it would be possible.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
Because they have 30 speed, you have 40 speed. But remember, they could try and arch you down.
Yeah.
When
actually, Oh, is our mouth? Are we like? Are we?
No, you're just tied up.
What are you doing? What's going on? Hello? Try and...
Hi.
Can I try and get my staff on my back and try and chop them?
They don't seem to reply.
Where are you taking us?
You get a quarterstaff to the face.
Ow.
I can get out of this, you know.
You probably can.
You take 6 damage.
Oh, you fuck.
Don't do that.
Do they have their gear on them?
Oh, yeah.
That's the first question I would have asked.
No.
Just roll. Right.
Okay. Problem with my stuff.
You do notice, however, Sophie's unconscious, but her bow is still attached to her.
Okay.
Right.
The thing about my guns is they disappear into a pocket round.
Yeah, and then they reappear.
Right. Okay. Like a warlock.
I roll a
Okay,
dice
right.
to make the decision.
Just so
I'm
you
gonna
know.
shape into a wolf
Alright.
and quickly grab him and just kind of move back. Not necessarily run away, just be on guard and see what they do. And sort of
So you watch him into a wolf.
Yes!
How are you going to wrangle?
I'm gonna try and get my fangs and kind of bite into
Into
the
his
rope
hand.
and just...
Roll an attack.
No, trying to
Is
grab
that-
my clothes instead. I got a trench coat on.
Well, that'd be fine then. Yeah, if it's not, and yeah, I'll just try and grab into a bit which I can get at.
Uh-oh.
So not one.
Yeah, you nip at his ankle.
Ah! My ankle, you shit.
Um,
I'm gonna, okay, if that's...
now that you're out and you're close to him, they will roll an attack of opportunity against you. That doesn't hit. Does a 15 hit? It was a wolf, it doesn't it?
Yeah, what is it?
My direwolf has 14 AC.
So you take 6 slashing damage from a long sword.
Oh.
And a wolf full there. Did they let me
Yeah.
go?
However, the moment they hit you,
How much damage, sorry, just
6.
That's fine, for now.
the moment they hit you, something snaps in Amy.
Oh, bitchin'. Oh, God.
And she'll walk up to the one that hit you with a long sword and twist his neck.
In character, I'm mortified, but yes!
Ah!
She's my friend and she's crazy!
Tied up behind
Woof,
the
woof, 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 woof.
Ah! Oh, I'm feeling like so much
Noticing
right now.
the other three,
Ah!
the other three will go
My
on to her.
lady!
The first one will charge at her. Hands transform into what looks like hag nails, and she'll just repeatedly stab her hand into his chest like this.
I'm gonna get out of my form. Stop killing them!
Is it the drow or the high elves who have died?
It's one high elf and one drow so far.
Don't
You're
kill
so
them, Amy, don't
disappointed.
kill them, it's okay! Yeah, it's not okay, but it's okay!
And then she'll say to the last two, this is the first time she's spoken, she'll say, this was entertaining. And she'll clap her hands together and there'll be a meteor swarm on top of them.
I don't want to have her anymore.
I think we done what Japan did.
What?
Awoken the dragon.
I don't like it anymore.
She'll walk up to you first and start untying you.
Good, thanks, yeah. Cool. Where's the rest of my stuff?
I don't think she...
I wouldn't know that, I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
Oh, great.
What's going
They're all
on?
dead, right?
And hello, nice to hear you speak.
Yeah, like, hi.
Hi,
It's nice to meet you. I'm oh god.
Amy?
No. Amatha.
I knew it.
Amatha. Okay, that should ring a bell.
No.
No? Okay, not yet.
No.
Is it like a Is it like a combination of the Aether name and then Amy? The Aethers.
No,
It's like Amethyst.
it's just her name is Amethyst.
Okay.
Why do you?
Don't
go
forget
around-
she's fun as Rift.
Why
She's
was
Why
that
do you go around as
fun?
Amy?
Well, he deserved to die, right? And it was
Uh,
entertaining.
Okay. I'm a bit scared of this. You and me.
Yeah.
She's your friend.
Yeah.
She'll then untie Sophie, realise she's unconscious, and then kick her in the stomach lightly.
Why'd you like?
I'm not gonna help her wake up. This'll do, right?
No, stop.
But she's helped you. She's.
She was shrugging differently. Sophie starts coughing, but she's awake now, and she's like, "Oh Jesus!"
Yeah, you got kicked in the stomach. One of the bastards on the floor below.
Amethyst looked at you and go,
I'll do the yeah.
I think
wait,
you got a bitch.
I'll do the yeah. Way to give
Whoa.
it away, dumbass. Look.
What happened? We were with
yeah,
Aetherius.
And then I was unconscious. Did you follow me like? You're a twat. What? I followed the.
You went in. You went in to begin with. It was very.
I have really smooth skin now.
Is that we're here now? What happened? Just
Yeah,
Well, I wa-
when we went in, when I went in and then what?
"Well, I was observing through Amy, and then
What?
I was observing through Amy."
how do you do that?
Who are you?
Oh, split personality, non-story.
What?
Okay, that's been written down.
What? What?
Amy's the goody two shoes. I'm the muscle.
How does Amethyst look? Is she the same?
Exactly the same.
Exactly
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Same personality.
Is her eyes still dotty and pulling her hair?
No.
Or is she still?
Oh, she
okay.
hasn't got Ariane anymore. Oh,
No.
that's fun.
Amy is she's going through a rough patch.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
So I've been watching. It's been all very entertaining, really. I do
Why?
I enjoy watching her suffer.
You're a sadist.
I want to find out now. I want him for.
You don't know shit yet. I don't know anything.
This sort of
Nobody
way
is
of
pay wants to
this
know.
sort of way of
Oh,
life
yeah.
probably isn't good for
Not saying that
Aetherius.
is that you're wanting to know. I'm
This
wanting
goes
to know
against
basis of
how
your-
Aetherius, like the belief of Aetherius.
Well, here I am.
Huh? Huh?
Anyway, we need to leave here.
No shit.
But the problem is, if we go through the portal,
Right. Whoa, Paul. Where's the Paul? The pool is the Paul.
no, it's just over there, and there's about I'd say 200, 300 feet
Okay.
behind you. There is a shimmering purplish portal.
Cool. Right, where does that go?
It goes to outside the tree where the tree ants are. But
If we go through there, then there.
Raj is going to be there.
So Raja is something to do with the
I suspect as much.
Only now you're thinking this, or have you thought this before?
Oh, I've thought this the entire time. I've been here a very long time. I've only been left in my thoughts for about 10 years, so a lot of thinking time.
We can deal with Raja if we need to.
Oh my god.
She's very
I don't give a shit. We can deal with Raja if we need to.
she's very capable.
No doubt she is. She's a healer. One of my good properties. Well, I can kill you, you bitch. How about that?
Oh, she knows necromancy as well.
I thought as much. I had my theories. She's the leech. Sucking the life out of Aetherius, isn't she?
I don't think so.
Oh. Oh, well.
There's something in her chest.
Yes. She's helping the thing.
Probably.
There you go. So we kill the bitch.
Not in broad daylight. Even
I don't give a fucking bullshit.
Even I'm not that stupid.
I don't give a bullshit. She dies here and now. I'll take the con. No, I won't. No.
Every elf in the city on you at once.
Yeah. Well.
First of all, I'm assuming your gear is outside, so we're gonna have to go through the portal.
Poof.
It doesn't poof in your hand.
Ah, you cunt, fucker.
It's a different dimension essentially. So you
I thought it was
you
always binding.
no, you would need to go back to the plane that it's on, and then you can poof it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was always in a pocket there by me.
Yes,
Oh,
normally, but the pocket is out there right now.
No, that's not fair.
Yeah.
You're playing up by dimension rules
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
You're in a different world now.
okay. No, I thought it was always there. Like, I thought it would be like tied to me. Cool. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I'll need to go and get my gun.
Poof. What? Poof. What?
Not normally my weapon turns up when I do. Shit.
I say we just cause a distraction and just
I
leave.
feel sorry for you.
How? We can't leave through there.
Of course we can.
You just said we can't because they'll know.
Yeah, we just don't kill them now.
Oh.
I don't think killing is the way of Aetherius.
No, definitely not the way of Aetherius, but Aetherius is being killed. So, yeah, it swings and roundabouts, sea souls and
You
stuff.
can't.
Tells us for the greater good.
Greater good.
We've got to. Raja has to die.
Eventually.
While I'm talking, I'm going to go up to one of the dead fuckers,
Yeah.
pull the hood down.
You pull the drow basically.
Yeah.
He's got a slight scarring on his face.
Nice. Well.
Predominantly the eye.
Ooh, like mine.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, respect.
Respect that, homie.
Do another.
High elf.
Hiya.
This time he doesn't have scarring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give me a scar.
I
With
give
my
you
bare
this
fist.
She'll turn to you and say, is this normal?
Does Sophie, Amy, do you recognise them? Like
Sophie's like, oh, where are we? I've just realised.
Shadowfell. Don't ask questions. Just get on with it. You know them.
No.
Right. That's a good thing. Means that Raja might be working alone. Ish.
Maybe.
Did Raja open up the portal?
No, the portal's always open.
Oh shit.
So-
how did I miss that?
So, like, you've got the tall tree in the centre,
Yes.
the tree ants on the outside,
Yes.
and then you've got two portals on either side, one for the
Right.
Feywild, one for the Shadowfell.
Shadows. Okay.
And the one for the Shadowfell is guarded usually.
Okay. So that means she's working with them. Okay. Huh. Yeah. Okay. We should go.
I'm
You've
causing.
still got your bow.
Oh yeah. The moment you take it off me, it kind of like goes. Oh, it doesn't like to be anywhere. It doesn't.
It kind of goes like on now.
It goes. It goes. Oh.
Nice.
That is like you're holding a cat.
Okay, so it just reappears on you.
No,
No.
it just doesn't like to leave me.
Why?
No.
Right.
She'll give it to you, but the moment she tries to give it to you, she doesn't let go of it.
Let that go.
I can't.
Will yourself to let go. Oh, okay.
Is this Sophie trying to give her bow away?
No, she can't. Okay. Sure.
Now, I think I'll do my favourite distraction. Amethyst goes, and she'll go. She'll clap her hands together, and
Can you drop a meteor in that village thing? Like, huge.
no, the Queen of Witches will counter it.
Sucks up some of her power. Do two. It'll be fun.
No, I'd rather conserve my energy for more fun things.
Like
That's not fun. Seeing two meteors.
Well, she'll clap her hands together, and 24. Are they called shadow hands?
Shadow hounds.
Yeah, appear.
Okay.
Then she'll start petting one of them, and she'll start petting them, and she'll go, well, we are on the
They're probably
Shadowfell. You've got to
taller
work
than
with what you've got.
They're probably taller than us. Because you went back into normal form, didn't you?
They're slightly taller than normal wolves, so they're probably about the same size.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Mm.
Cool.
And she'll whisper into one of their ears and go, it's feeding time. Then she'll make the 24 hounds run through the portal, and she'll go.
Oh shit balls!
And
Oh my god.
she'll go. Well, we'll only have a couple of minutes. You come in.
Yes.
No.
Guys, are you in the city?
They can't hear you.
Guys.
You don't even have your radio. All your
Yeah, I've always got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
shit,
can't.
I haven't.
They do have.
Taken the fucking thing
No,
off.
they know. You have your radio because they don't know what it is.
That makes sense.
But they can't hear you because of the different alternate dimension.
Guy, I can just get his stat.
Yeah.
Shit. You still haven't got one of these.
Yeah,
You do? You haven't. No, everyone has that. 3. Okay.
They just start clapping her hands and she's like, "Can we go?"
Yes.
Yes, we can! Patronize me, you bitch.
Oh my god, I love this character. She's so on the same
I
page
do
as
too.
me.
Clap your fucking hands at me, the last person who clapped their
We
hands
like
at
his
me.
personality.
You clap their face with the floor. Yes, I'll follow you as soon as you can do so many tricks.
I can only do it limited times. So
Well, I'm still
Let's
following you.
go.
So you get through the portal. There's about 8. There's about 8.
There's 8 devils.
No, there's 8 Greenwood elves currently fighting 24 hounds, basically.
Oh shit. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't do that.
Landwin gets up,
Oh.
but watches. He seems to notice, but doesn't want to get involved.
What is it? Actually, like.
You're enjoying yourself.
24 shadow dogs.
Good job, profile yourself here.
No, hang on, 8. Green arrows.
Amethyst will just
What else left?
put her hand up to the Landwin and just go, "Ta!" and just walk towards the treehouse. He's not stopping her, basically. She's like, "Are you
What
coming?"
does Landwin like respond? Because she normally is just out of it, and now suddenly she's just
Roll intelligence.
okay. Oh,
You wrong?
roll! The rolls today are intense. That is a mighty 6.
Okay, you don't know. Do you want to roll intelligence?
In a moment, yeah. How many have 8 of fighting?
Yeah.
8 of fighting.
24 hands, Shadowfell hands.
Eating.
I don't know what they're. Fey hands? I can't remember the actual name of them.
Shadow hounds.
They are Shadow
They are shadow hounds.
I call them shadow dogs. Fine.
Doggos.
What am I rolling in
Intelligence.
for?
To discern why Landwin's just staring
Okay.
at you.
Ewan notices does nothing. Okay, I'll call that now, sorry. Intelligence. I should be good at this. Got +5.
It's a 6.
The last an 18 plus.
Oh.
So 18, 19, 20, 22, 23.
You can conclude that he probably watched you being dragged, but now you're starting to realise how severely weakened he is, so you assume he doesn't have the power to do anything.
That's what I was trying to
right.
assume. and just-
Yes, so the fact that he's just stood up for this moment and is watching is kind of like a small blessing. Like he approves of this kind of
Yeah.
situation.
You're helping by doing this.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so-
right. Oh, right. Okay.
Oh,
That's-
he approves of this. This is helping in some way.
Yeah, Amethyst starts clapping her hands again. "We need to leave."
No bullshit! Stop doing that! Because now I can do this! Boom!
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
I like clapping.
Stop patronising me, you fuck!
Okay.
I love it when small people get pissy.
Hang on, I'm just trying to do the
Not this time! No!
So
Guys, you're not in the capital city thing, right?
Amethyst just making a beeline to the tree tent. She's
I'm
ignoring
following
this.
while doing
Okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah, I'll.
Guys,
Where are we at this point?
where the fuck
You're
are
in the
you?
forest. You're going
What's
towards the
the
range.
range of those radios?
What?
Guys, where the fuck are you?
In a woods. Where are you?
Also
in woods. It's the fucking elf place.
Shut up for a minute. Get back to the capital.
We're busy.
Now.
Busy.
We're busy finding pedants.
Raj is evil.
How do you know that?
Okay, we went to the Shadowfell realm.
How did you get to the Shadowfell?
Questions I don't have answers for. Just get back.
I need to
Yeah. And I'll tell you when you're here.
Yes, okay, you can wait for a second because we're
No.
busy.
Amethyst overhearing the conversation. She goes, "Probably going to the capital is the worst idea."
Yes, that's what my
Oh,
character is
shit.
entirely thinking.
She's
It's
right.
like, You want me
You
away
probably-
from
got
her?
it up.
You probably don't recognise her.
We're with the hags.
You with the hat? Oh, they're with what?
The good
Good
hags.
hags.
There's no good hags.
They are
There's
good
20.
Only 20.
Yes, 20.
Oh, it's
Right,
straight up. You
well,
won't
there's
do
24
amazing.
fucking shadow doggos here!
Are they eating you?
No, they're eating all
Then
the
stop
elves.
complaining. And I'm gonna hang up my
What
head.
type of elf?
What? Sorry.
What?
All.
All of them?
At this point, I don't know. I'm just going like everyone. I'm a bit. I don't fucking know.
As you're going through the tree tents now, the trees are opening, but Sophie's behind you going, that one's named Stephen.
Sophie, shut up!
Actually, on the topic of hags,
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn around to Amather and go, "Can you speak Sylvan?"
Of course I can.
Yeah, thought so.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I was just doing some thinking
You're
with,
doing a thing.
hags.
What thing?
No, but we can speak Sylvan as druids.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
You're a druid? Yes. Huh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to Sophie and help with the naming of trees. I hope.
Many of trees. I'm just gonna
What's so
You
impressive
remember-
about naming trees?
I don't fucking know. But you know that Amy that didn't speak and was really like.
Yeah, I liked her.
It's Athena.
Who?
She's Amatha rather. Amatha.
Oh, I've never heard of her.
Split personality.
I
don't
suppose that's the
really-
malicious intent I warned you about.
Well, probably, yeah, shut up.
So what's this
Actually, it's really fucking amazing. She saved that fucking life, alright? She saw some fucking meteors and killed some fucking elves. No, I'm just.
Amatha says, I know you don't like this and you're having a hard day, but please be quiet.
I don't fucking kill the bitch! She keeps clapping at me! The last person that clapped at me was in fucking Faerun, and they fucking got curb stomped! There's a vein.
Yeah, we all say that over and over.
I will murder all of you and your families!
I have a family.
There you go, then it's easier to kill you!
I'm trying to establish if I have a
Let's not bother, just.
So I'm
Going backwards.
Amatha goes, yes, I'm going to cast ghostly form so we can leave here safely.
Okay, but stop clapping.
Fine, I'll do it a lot later.
When I'm not around.
I can count them if you want to, so then we know how many claps you need.
Oh god. Yeah, fucking
Anyway, she'll clap her hands and what? Yeah,
And
and
that's how she does magic.
you all turn into like ghostly clouds.
Ooh. That didn't happen.
Okay.
I'm having a
What does
slight
it what
panic
does it
attack
feel like to be a
like-
cloud?
Like,
Airy.
Well,
You feel light as a feather.
no one cast gust.
It's,
yeah, I was actually wondering if I could I was wondering if I could cast
no,
it.
you can't cast
Yeah, I
spells or
thought-
cause action, but you move. I think it's like 4 or 5 times the speed.
Holy shit.
But things can't interact with you either.
Haha, you fucks. Trick up
No.
Okay, where are you? We'll come to you.
You can't talk, you're missed.
Oh yeah, you can't do
Oh,
that.
shit.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
What was it?
We're heading to the fact that the green hags lead.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, I was gonna say they had a fun time.
This is on the way.
Garfield sounds a little stressed.
He's crying. It's fine.
I ain't crying, that's a stress.
Yeah, it sounds like crying.
Okay.
Let's
fair
continue on. This is why we always split the party because we get great things like that. God cries.
So yeah, you get to the leader. No, actually,
Oh,
let's say that all happened on your journey to the leader, and the journey is about 3 to 4 hours.
enough. Yeah, fair enough.
You eventually get to. So when they get to the leader, you're probably about half an hour behind.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Nice, there you go.
Because you're going 3 or 4 times
Yeah,
the
yeah,
speed.
yeah.
So you get to this like it looks like a cave, but then as you walk in, there's like a slight shimmer. You feel like you're hitting something, and then when you walk in, it's like a cave covered in lots of roots, and it just goes in deeper and deeper. And she goes, the good hag that you met who goes, we don't normally take names, but our leader does have such a name for these types of situations.
What is her name?
Her name is oh god, what was her name?
Auntie Agatha?
Auntie Agatha. Yeah, I was trying to remember.
Yeah,
Hey?
don't.
You remember?
No, this is completely other stuff.
Fair enough.
I only know this by chance.
What is Auntie Agatha like?
She started her life cycle as something that was a neutral hag. So neither good nor bad. She was even more of a genetic mutation, as it were.
Yeah, seems
So she was one to barter a lot. She liked a good deal, and she exchanged things like life cycles for information.
life cycles?
Yes, she'd take a number of years off people in exchange for information.
Okay.
Is that how you hags live longer?
No, we predominantly live for 2,000 to 3,000 years, but the more fey blood that we ingest, the longer we live. And then after about 2,000 to 3,000 years, we do take on a sort of something similar to a metamorphosis. We change our hag appearance, so we cycle through sea green and nightmarish.
So you get
I've
a
got
really
questions
bad
for you
choice. Yeah.
later.
Yes.
And is that true for the good hags as well?
Is it
Um,
inevitable?
We don't ingest fey blood as such, so we do die a lot sooner. But we do try to alleviate the pain of not ingesting fey blood by doing what we call blood transfusions between the 20 of us.
Won't inevitably Auntie Agatha turn into the bad hag if she keeps?
Oh no, she was neutral, and then she apparently
Ghost
she took on an apprentice or something, and she just changed her opinion
Yeah,
on the
I think
world.
Ghost form or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Who's the apprentice?
Not much information is given. We hags don't really like to pry into our past lives, as it were. It's a very long life,
How much would it cost me?
probably a couple of years.
I think I have them spare.
As you're walking down this root-covered cavern, it eventually opens out, and then it's like this huge cavern with like roots coming down, and there's like a small pool of water, and there's about 10 or 15 so different hags standing around. You see the majority of them are green, but about 2 or 3 of them are red in colour. One of them looks horrendous looking, and you haven't met, because you've met a red hag before, because you summoned one of them rather randomly.
Oh, is she here?
No.
Oh, she seemed quite nice.
No, she just wanted to leave. She was really annoyed.
Yeah, she didn't kill us. That's quite nice.
And then you see one ugly one. Then towards the far back, there's like, it looks like an elderly, if you can even say that, green hag. She looks later on in years. Like most hags look quite old, but she looks ancient.
I'm going to assume that's the leader. Auntie Agatha.
I'll introduce you.
Oh, good.
Auntie Agatha, I've brought some visitors. Bring them forward, my child.
We go forwards?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Good night to you.
And to you?
Good night. To you too.
Well, that is the correct terminology for the moon cycle. It is night time.
It's hard to tell the Fae.
Well, no, you're not in the Feywilds. You're out in the forested area of the Elf capital.
Well, actually, we're in a cave.
What can I do for you, child?
We're looking for some information about a couple of things. But I think the most pressing question I have is a question about myself.
I am an information broker of sorts. I may be able to help you in this regard.
I'm looking to find out where I came from.
Oh.
Is that your question?
It's one question.
And what will it cost you?
Nothing.
That's
You
not
gave
how
me the
hags
option.
work. That's not how hags work.
She'll roll her eyes and say, you can either give me a year, a memory, a stat of sorts.
Oh, don't like that. You can have a year.
She says, you are elven. In nature, a year is not that much to you. And she clicks her fingers and you see like a small whisk come out of your chest, and she raises this to her hand and she just slowly opens her mouth and sort of like swallows this small wisp.
You just got eaten.
No.
Oh, you're getting some crow eyes, crow's feet.
Very well. It is said that you came from the Shadowfell. You were born there and raised there. Well, raised is not the operative word. You were raised by Mama Naga. Where you came from? Shadowfell. Is there any more specifics you'd like to know?
How and why was I brought across?
For a second there, it looks like she's scrolling through her head trying to get the information, and it seems very difficult. But then she cranks her neck slightly like this.
Hand
And you-
EXE is loading.
Yeah, like that. And she'll say, you are what we would like to call an abomination.
Oh boy.
Ouch!
Strong coming from you.
Halal interjected herself into your reincarnation cycle and forced your soul into the Shadowfell.
Oh. Why would she do that?
That is something I would not know. You'd have to ask a god that question.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't want to go there yet.
Whatever may be, you truly are an abomination. Halal has no right to interject in life or death. But however, as the strongest god on the plane, she in theory could interject herself in such a situation.
Shit.
If Trugal and her theory is ever found out, there may be consequences
For halal?
for you and her.
Oh, shit.
I guess you didn't wake up this morning thinking you'd been abducted.
No, I
My
don't think
God.
that would happen. All right.
I wonder if that what tried
What
happening.
time do you have to go, sorry?
About 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Shit.
No, I said
Call it.
abomination.
She keeps saying that, like how like the sunk in yet.
It's rich coming from her. See how she looks.
How does abomination taste?
Oh god.
I imagine surprisingly delicious.
You just tried it.
You just had a bit.
Not the blood, just the soul.
Medium rare.
Very rare.
Nice.
Is there anything else I can help with you children?
I think some friends of ours might have questions. But yeah, they stopped speaking to us a while ago, so they being called boxers.
I can't really afford the price, so I'll have to skip.
How can you afford the price?
What
I have a
was your
human
question?
lifespan.
He does.
You're very young.
Yeah.
What's your question?
I don't really have a question regarding the overalls and everything.
Do you have any question then? Because I don't care for the price.
I can't take advice a year from you, that's not fair.
It's nothing I haven't already lost.
Is he the edgelord of the group?
Which one?
They both seem very black.
Yeah, my skin is actually black.
My skin's very, very pale white.
I'm just in between the two.
In a population.
Yeah, you're great. Yeah, you might go black.
Oh dear. Oh,
And if that is the case,
and I have a question about you in general, just as in trying to find out more about the good hacks and why you do what you do.
that is a free question.
I was hoping so.
Information about myself or my sisters is free. We were, as my sister has already told you, we are just a mutation. Generally, we shouldn't exist in the first place. We're just trying to survive, live a day at a time. Hopefully one day things will go the way they were, but until then we must wait.
The way they work when the Hag Queen ruled.
That is right. When she ruled, though we weren't born, it was a much safer and kinder place. And although we would be accepting our own deaths at some point if this were to ever happen, we would gladly accept it.
And is there no way to bring about such times for yourselves?
There is a very wide and strange rumour going around the place that the Queen of Hags did
The patches
have
on her skin
a
seem a
child.
bit hag-like, but other than that, to be honest, it's...
And why is it? Why is it just a rumour? How is it not known?
Because there was
I don't think so.
no evidence of such a thing. It is a legend among
Yeah,
us.
I know the patches seem hag-like. Yeah.
I think she would say.
Just whispers. Because if she really did have a child, we would still have a leader. Instead of the Queen of Night.
Does the Queen of Night still exist?
Yes, she currently rules the Feywilds and is in a close relationship with Raja and the Queen of Witches.
We were just told recently that Raja was on the opposite side of the good coin, so to speak.
It's obvious when you look at it at face value, however the elves are very
Haven't seen her face.
internally invested, so they do not question things very often. That is why when the rebel group happened a couple of years ago, Raja was at a loss.
There's still whispers going around of the rebel group. We heard it a few hours ago. Any dealings with the Shadowfell, with Lowering?
They have no power of sorts. The power resides with the 50 families and the 5 maidens, which is why the 2 new maidens are of great interest.
To you?
Sophie and Amy, or
Both of them.
How are you both on the way here?
Yeah, we did encourage them strongly to come here.
That is good.
Oh, fuck balls.
If Raja is
Oh, fuck balls.
messing with things she shouldn't, the previous maidens that have been there longer, do you think they're also under her influence?
Because it's rather than these two new unexpected people.
Maybe Aetherius realised it in her sleep, and that's why she's not chosen
24 doggos running.
a pure elf. Three maiden.
That is possible. Change is
Violent.
sometimes good.
Rick? Harold? Oh,
She
shit.
can look after herself.
No, she can't. She can't cast anything offensive.
Books.
Quick enough to get in there.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
She can cast reverse gravity.
And the Shadow Hounds.
Oh yeah, I felt that.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
The Shadow Hounds are easy.
don't
Guess
forget,
you have one more.
dog is still there, and the
Oh
cat.
yeah, dog is a cat and Eric is somewhere.
Let's just say that the rest of you catch up at this point.
Sorry, I'm blonde.
Hello. Yeah, he was in the.
You've just arrived.
Are they
Tangible again.
Amethyr, you see Amethyrs cloud clap her hands, but there's no sound, and the spell dissipates. But then she looks up at Auntie Agatha and starts crying.
What? Well, now you're crying. Well, fucking.
Maybe this is the split personality thing.
And Amethyr says, "I haven't seen you in so long."
Is this mummy?
No, she was my guide of sorts.
Okay. 2 minutes.
Hang on,
Amy.
whose voice is that?
Amy.
Amy or Agatha?
Amethyr. It sounds a lot kinder, so you assume Amy.
Makes sense. Amy.
Are you seeing Viola?
I mean, yeah. But I know her as Amy, remember? So, Amy. No, fucking Viola!
Yes.
Yeah, there's like 24 shadow dogs that you probably need to like get in the queue or something.
I think the Shadow Hounds will be easily just killed by
No,
the
I'll be
Elven army.
I'll be fine. I'm just enjoying a nice glass of wine.
For now. Okay. How many people are dead?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have a look out the window.
Oh, I can't see out the window, but there's a lot of stuff going out there.
There you go. That's nothing to do with me. Shit.
Derek's
Just
probably
don't-
trying to pet.
Keep Derek nearby. And Harold and dog. And I don't care about cat. That cat do whatever. That cat do whatever it wants. I don't really care. Kind of like doggish.
At this, while you're having this conversation, Amy has gotten onto her hands and knees and has put her head on her lap while Auntie Agatha.
Yeah, and got some weird shit going on. We'll tell you about it when we get back. If we get back.
It looks
When we
like
get
Auntie
back.
Agatha begrudgingly starts to comb her fingers through Amy's hair.
Bye for now, Viola.
But then she says, "You have grown, my child."
Well, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
under the assumption that you.
Are you the bitch who told her to clap at everything?
It's easier than incantation.
Huh?
When you cast a spell, it's easier to do this
Yeah,
than
but
saying words.
not like this, is it? This is really fucking annoying.
Yes, but vastly entertaining.
I'm gonna push
She's got a point.
That vein is popping again.
I was under the assumption that you wanted to meet Amy and Sophie again, not that you had met previously.
I wanted to 100% confirm if this was the Amy that I knew.
Oh, okay. Well, is it?
She claimed to be from a different plane.
I think so, because, whole head on that thing.
Yeah.
And now that I have seen her again after so long, I can now confirm
It is.
that she is a descendant of the Queen of Hags.
Who?
Amethyr is. Amy Amethyr.
We will soon have a new ruler.
Oh my god. Hang on, let me catch up.
Okay, there we go. That was easy for me to catch that up because my notes on Amy and the notes on Queen of Haze was right next to each
And
other.
then we'll close off, and Amy's just falling asleep on her lap, basically.
Sorry, who are you again? I haven't met you yet.
Auntie Agatha, Garville, head gone weird. Kira. No, my head went blank. Like literally, I had a list of names and then it just all disappeared.
And we'll leave it there.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll soon have a new ruler.
I smell civil
Yeah,
war.
Dan.
Dunk, dunk.
Yeah, I've written that down.
Yeah.
Oh, this session was wild.
What was her name?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mother of.
This
Auntie
is
Agatha.
wild.
Questions.
Mm.
I have questions. Out of character questions, not in
Thank you for
character
watching.
questions.